What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 28, I believe, of the Nuclear Reaction. Today we are going to be... Yeah, we have to make sure that we're also on TikTok. Today we are going to be getting into some live polemical discussions on Umingle, meaning they are going to be able to see the guest, and it's going to feel more immersive. We're going to be able to see facial expressions with a background of what it is. And it's going to be better for clips. It's going to be better for videos and long-form content. Because, you know, it's good to speak to these guests and have people call in, and we'll probably still do that, but also being able to discuss with these people in real time, and people being able to see their face, see their expressions the same way you're able to see my face and my expressions, I think is going to be a very interesting phenomenon. It's going to be really interesting and pretty fun and cool. So we're going to let people also join in on TikTok so I can inform them of what is happening. And for the people that have joined in over on YouTube, appreciate you guys for being here. But yeah, this is going to be interesting. I've done Umingle before in the past, but I haven't done it in like months. I haven't actually done Umingle live streams in like months. So doing one, I think, is going to be a very interesting situation phenomenon. Actually, let's get straight into the Umingle debates. Let's get right into it. Why not? Okay. So we're going to start off with everyone basically hidden because we don't want anyone to like come up and show like anything explicit. But then when we know that I'm speaking to a normal person, then we'll sort of like show their, face and everything. So, all right, let's get into it. What's going on, man? What's going on, man?
Okay.
He has a lot of background noise there. What's going on, man? This guy's supposed to be a mogger. What's up? What's going on? A lot of Arabs.
No, it's a Jew and a black.
Am I
go well
Jewish?
together. No, the Jews and blacks and the Jews.
Okay, this person's just crashing out immediately. Immediate crash out. What's up?
How are you?
I'm doing all right. What do you have for me?
I like the second one.
You like the second one? You don't agree with the first one?
I'm not too educated on the first one. I can't really have an opinion on it.
Why do you agree with the second one?
I just don't think it aligns with our values in the West. I feel like if Muslims stayed in Muslim countries, we would have less problems. Same thing with Christians staying in Christian countries. Well, majority Christian countries, because there's no country that is fully Christian because almost every country was invaded by Muslims. But whatever.
So would you agree that, I think that it makes sense for you to be very much against Islam. I mean, given the fact that you're a woman, women in Afghanistan are treated very poorly. They have to basically wear the niqab. Yeah. They're not allowed to speak openly in public. They're not allowed to get, secondary education, for example. The Taliban dictates essentially everything that happens there. And you're not really given any rights. You have no political say or no ability. Right. Which is why I think it's silly when leftist women in America defend Islam or try to run cover for it, because it's why are you running cover for something that wants to take away all of your rights? You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, I think it makes sense that you'd be against it. I'm against it for that reason also. I don't want to see women dressing up like beekeepers, of course. I don't think anyone wants to see that. But at the same time, I think Islam on a macro level is just incompatible with Western civilization and Western values. So.
Right. No, 100%. I agree.
Okay. Well, thank you for the conversation. A very short conversation.
Mm-hmm. You as well.
Who the hell is that guy? Alright, is the audio going out there? I just want to make sure it is.
Yo.
Give me 1 second, dude.
Yo, shut the up.
Why are you crashing out already?
والله بز واحدة إسرائيل إسرائيل إسرائيل.
What's going on, guys? Are you guys from Egypt? Al Masri. Let's have a conversation. Habibi. Let's have a conversation. But is that the only thing you guys can say? It's like you can only say one word.
Free Israel! Free Israel!
What's going on, guys? You guys from America? Are you guys in Michigan right now?
No, we are in Chicago.
You're in Chicago. Okay. Where are you guys from? Where are you guys from?
Like, I'm a half Israeli, half Palestinian. Jordan. Yeah, man.
Half Israeli and half Palestinian. How does that happen? Can you explain how that happens?
Don't worry about him. No, but
Oh, okay. What's going on? What's going on? Let's make sure we have the person that's like normal first. I want to make sure that it's not like some crazy person. Can the people on TikTok hear you mingle? Can you guys hear you mingle? I just want to make sure you guys can hear you mingle. Oh, what's going on, man? Can you guys hear you mingle on TikTok? I just want to make sure you guys can. Where's that echo coming from? What's going on? What's going on?
What do you mean Islam doesn't work in America?
I mean what I says. It doesn't work in America. What's up with the crazy echo?
What's your religion?
Wait, can you address the prompt? Islam doesn't work in America. It's incompatible with Western values.
What's your religion?
Can you address Islam not working in America? Oh, of course. Yeah, there you go.
What up?
Oh, you guys. So you guys can hear it on TikTok. Okay, perfect.
Palestine is a myth. Islam doesn't work in America. Are you live?
Yeah, I'm streaming.
Okay. How many people are watching?
Not that many people are actually right now because I just started it.
Like, how much do you average?
I think it depends. On TikTok, it's like 120, 150 sometimes.
Oh yeah. First of all, I agree. I'm a Christian. I don't know about you.
Okay.
I'm Israeli Christian. Yeah. Palestine. It's not even a myth. It's not true. Second of all, Islam doesn't work in America. Islam doesn't work in the West. Western values. The West is built on Christian values.
Okay, I guess we agree.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, man.
Islam cannot coexist with them.
I agree with you, man. Looks like we're in agreement. What's up?
Hey.
What's going on?
What's going off?
What's going off?
Yes.
What do you mean by that?
Going off.
Are you on any sort of drugs right now? I just never heard someone say what's going off.
What's going off?
Okay.
How are you?
Doing all right.
Cool. I like your background.
Okay. Appreciate it.
Cool. I look very ghostly, I feel.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I don't think she has any contentions with the prompt, so I want to move on to someone else.
Oh, it's you again.
Oh, what's going on, man?
Oh, I spoke to your manager guy the other day. He was asking me how to sort out.
What?
The white guy, the white fellow who was talking your out. Your manager or your friend or whoever it is.
I don't know who you are, but okay. What's going on, man?
What's up?
Do you disagree with any of the prompts there, or?
Nah.
Okay, good. Let's move on to someone else. Hopefully someone that actually, like, somewhat disagrees. What's up? What does that mean?
I mean,
Can't speak English? I mean, you're in America. Why don't you speak English?
Not every person in America speaks English. Like, don't be stupid.
How long have you been in America for?
My point is, not everybody in America speaks English.
Yeah, but how long have you been in America for?
10 years.
Okay, well, then you should probably know English, right?
But you didn't know I was here for 10 years. Bye.
Well, I mean, I know now. Why'd you run?
Hey, can I ask you a question?
Oh, okay.
What do you think happens after we die?
What is your question? What do I think happens after we die?
Yeah.
I'm not certain, actually. I don't think I'm certain.
Okay. Do you believe in God?
Do I believe what?
Believe in God.
I think to an extent, yeah. I'm just not I'm not necessarily very pious. I think I'm more ignorant to what is absolutely true. I don't make grandiose claims or statements. I mean, it's possible that there is a heaven. It's also possible that it's like before we were born. I'm not necessarily certain about the finality of death.
Okay, but when I mean by God, I just mean a higher being who built the universe.
There may be one. I'm not sure. I'm not sure 100%.
Okay, that's fair enough. Because would you agree with me that my house made itself?
Your house made itself? No, I don't think that your house made itself.
No, and why?
Well, I mean, because it didn't occur through natural processes. Like you actually had to think about it and design the house, like design the door. Yeah. There's a use for the door. There's a use for the window. There's a use for like the curtains. There's a use for like the toilet, the bedrooms, and stuff like that. And those serve like a utility for human beings themselves.
Yeah. So there has to be a builder for my house. That's why it can't make itself. Right?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. But have you ever seen the builder who built my house?
I could possibly have seen him, or the builder I may not be able to see. Yeah.
No. Well, you live in America, so you would definitely haven't seen the builder because I'm in Australia. So you definitely wouldn't have seen the builder.
When it comes to your particular situation, sure, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't even have to give you any evidence to prove to you there's a builder for my house. You already know there's a builder for my house.
Yeah, I mean, given the unique construct of your house, and given the fact that I know that human beings exist and how human beings would use a house, then yeah, it logically follow that there's a builder for your house.
Yeah. So you wouldn't be like 50% sure, 90% sure. You'll be 100% sure, right?
Given all of like the information that I know about how a house is used by a human being, then yeah, I would essentially be 100% sure. Because I know that human beings exist. I know that human beings are the only animals on planet Earth, or at least the only mammals on planet Earth that are intelligent enough to like build doors or build toilets and stuff like that. So it logically only I could only logically conclude that a human being built the house. But do you disagree with any of the two prompts above or anything like that's on my screen?
Well, I think this is a more important question about what happens after we die, where we're going to end up. I think that's the most important question. Would you agree?
I'm not sure actually. I'm not sure if it's like the most important question, but
I
guess it's a good question.
Because everyone's going to die at some point, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anyone not ever die, so.
So this is why I'm speaking to you, because I want you to end up in a good place after you die, not a bad place. So this is why I'm speaking to you.
I mean, I'm more on here for debates, to be honest with you. I'm not here to like necessarily have like theological conversations with people. I'm just here for debates mostly.
Well, this isn't not much about like the nuts and bolts, but I'm just thinking about the life issues, about what happens after we die.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But my point was earlier though that there has to be a builder for the universe because we know that the building behind me can't make itself.
Well, I mean, I think I'm not like an atheist, but I think an atheist would respond to you by saying that, well, the universe is like in of itself. It does not look like a human design, that's for sure, right? If it was designed at all, it does not look like a human design. And I don't think you could reduce like a house that was created on Earth to like a universe. I think it's like a false equivalency, but
I think it can because the house had a beginning and the universe had a beginning. So I can compare.
So everything would have to have, do you think everything would have to have a beginning?
Yeah, they had a starting point.
When if an atheist asked you like whether or not God has a beginning?
Well, I would say only things that had a starting point needed a beginning. God didn't have a starting point.
Why? When if someone says that the universe never had a starting point?
Well, science would actually disagree because science would dictate that the universe did have a starting point.
Well, the Big Bang is only when is essentially from what I think we know about the Big Bang is that's when the expansion of the universe happened. There's all sorts of different like cosmic models. People think that there's expansion that happens and then there's like contraction and people think there's like a never-ending cycle and stuff like that, like all sorts of different models out there. But I think something probably always existed. And I think time as we understand it always probably existed because if time never existed, nothing could ever be done. There could never be a moment in which you say time doesn't exist and time does exist because there needs to be like a time period in which there's a change. And if you can measure change, you can measure time. That's what time is. That's why whenever you think about someone freezing time, nothing can move. Everything's frozen, right? So I think something probably always existed. Definitely time has probably always existed.
Right. But yeah, I guess we can get into the semantics about that. But I want to ask you this. Do you think you've been a good person?
According to me?
Yeah, just in general. Well, by God's
sure, I think so. I think well, depends on which God standard. Like the Christian God standard, there's like the Muslim, Allah. Like if I did jihad under Islam, I guess I would be like a martyr or something. So
Well, I'm not referring to any religion, but like God wants us to be perfect, wouldn't he? He wouldn't want us to
Well,
be
if
bad.
you're not referencing religion, then where are you getting what God believes from?
Well, sure, but it'd be logical to say that God doesn't want us to do bad. That's just logic.
Yeah, but if you're not getting that from a particular religion, where are you getting that from?
Well, just by logic.
Like,
if
when
God
if he's indifferent to it, like.
Yeah. Well,
Okay, I'm just gonna move on. I'm just gonna move on to someone else because I want to kind of like get into some debates.
Okay.
What's going on? There's so many Arabs on here, bro. It's crazy. What's up, man? So many of them. Al Masri. Al Masri. What's going on, guys? Do you guys speak English? You guys speak English? They don't ever speak English, man. It's crazy. What's up, guys?
Look, hey, come debate him, please. Wait. Can he debate you real quick?
Yeah, sure. I'll debate him. What's up? What's your name, man?
What's up, man?
What's up? Where are you guys from?
What's up?
Where are you guys from?
I'm Palestinian. Let's get by itself. You gotta show your face.
So
my face is showing.
It's fine if your face is showing, man. I'm just here for some conversations. That's all.
Yeah, I'm Palestinian. What's up?
Okay. What does it mean? Let me ask you. What does it mean to be Palestinian?
To be from the land of Palestine.
And what would be the land of Palestine? What is the geographical boundary of that?
Well, now it's like split up into different parts, but prior to 1948, it was like a region in the Ottoman Empire and the British Empire that was like from like I think Akka was like the northmost point, and then the bottommost point was like around the Red Sea.
Yeah, but I'm asking Red Sea, sure, but like I'm asking you, generally speaking, what would it mean to be from Palestine? If someone tells you they're from Palestine, what are the geographical bounds of Palestine?
That they're from that region, from that area. That they originate from that area.
If you're from Tel Aviv, are you from Palestine?
If your origins are from Tel Aviv, then yeah.
Like if you were born there, raised there, and have lived there, your family's been there for like nearly 70-something years or even longer than that, are you from Palestine?
I'm confused. What are you asking? What do you mean by that?
Like, to be pro-Palestine, you have to be born within the geographical bounds of just like modern-day Israel, the West Bank and Gaza, or just the West Bank and Gaza? Like,
are you talking about ethnically or nationality-wise?
Well, I think there's only really a nationality when it comes to it, so like nationality-wise.
If you're born in Tel Aviv, then you're nationally Israeli, but
right. Okay. I mean, if your parents are Israeli as well, right?
Yeah, you would be like nationally Israeli, but you could still be Palestinian who lives in Israel. Like that's very common.
Okay, but what does it mean to you to actually be Palestinian? Where were you born, by the way?
I was born here in America.
Okay, but what does it mean for someone? So you're not a Palestinian national, right?
No, I'm just ethnically Palestinian.
Okay, so you're just Palestinian is not an ethnicity. Arab would be like the ethnicity. You're like Arab. Right?
No,
you're not.
Arab's a linguistic identity.
No, but they're an ethnicity. If you look it up, they're an ethnicity. It encompasses both ancestry and linguistic.
Arabian is an ethnicity, true, but
no,
Arab
Arabian would be that you're from the Arabian Peninsula. That's not a particular ethnicity.
It is. It would be from from the Gulf. You'd be from Arabian Gulf.
Yeah, you'd be from Saudi Arabia, Yemen, Oman, UAE.
Yeah.
Qatar.
Arab isn't an ethnicity though, in particular.
Yeah, Arab is an ethnicity, more specifically. So you are, for example, an Arab, but you're not a Palestinian national. So what makes you Palestinian?
My blood, my ethnicity. Palestinian isn't ethnicity.
There's Palestinian blood. That's a thing.
Yes, I just took a DNA test. How are you going to tell me my blood is not right?
Yeah, but it's like, what do you? So the DNA set that like the test result says 80-70% Palestinian or something. That's not a thing, right?
From the North Highlands of Palestine, yeah. That's what it said.
Yeah, but it doesn't say Palestinian because Palestinian is not an actual ethnic group, right?
It is.
But it is.
What are you trying to get by this? I'm so confused.
I'm saying that the Palestinian identity is really not like a thing that makes sense in the modern era. Like no one really knows what that means.
I can understand that because they never got the freedom to create an official country. But
they never really wanted to is the answer. They never really wanted to.
You can't deny its existence though.
It exists in what form?
Like the the region being called Palestine, the area being called Palestine.
Yeah, who first renamed, since you're a Palestinian, right? I'm not. You should know more about this. Who first named that area Palestine?
It was the Romans, if I'm correct.
Oh, the Romans, who were European imperialists and colonizers. So why are you using a term that was coined by the Romans if you're like an indigenous person?
It was named by the Romans. The word Palestine doesn't originate from the Romans.
Yeah, it comes from the Philistines. And who are they?
That was what the land was called at one point. That was a group of
Yeah, but I'm
people,
saying the Philistines. Yeah, the Philistines were from where?
From Greeks.
So they were also European, not indigenous Arabs or indigenous Palestinians.
But that's what the land was called.
The Philistines were Greek. The Philistines were Greek seafaring people and Aegean invaders of that land. The Hebrew Bible, for example, describes them as invaders. Egyptian records that call them Palisets also describe them as invaders. They conquered modern-day Israel from the western part of it, for example, like modern-day cities and places like Gaza, Ashkelon, and Ashdod, for example, right? The reason why Emperor Hadrian took it upon himself to rename it not just Palestina, Syria Palestina, was because he wanted to undermine Jewish heritage to the land after the Bar Kokhba revolt.
Okay, but what does this have to prove? Like, that just proves that the name Palestine has existed. Whether or not it was made by a European, it still proves its existence. Am I right or wrong?
No, I'm saying that it just proves that it's not anything you guys have ever really made it out to be, that it just comes from Europeans. It doesn't come from, like, indigenous peoples from the land. But let me ask you, like, what do you think of Israel as a Palestinian yourself?
What do you want me to say? It's like, I don't know. In what way?
Just in the general, like, do you think that Israel should cease to exist?
Yeah. I don't think it has a right to exist.
Okay. Does Palestine have a right to exist?
Yeah. I mean, they were there since the beginning of time, since Canaan, since before Canaan.
Since the beginning of time?
I mean, quite literally.
Were they there during the Jurassic period?
Funny.
Okay, so not actually
you're getting
from the
off
beginning
topic.
of time.
Can we talk back on the topic? So if Palestinian isn't an ethnicity, what are Palestinians by an ethnic point of view?
Arabs. And that's what they've been calling themselves for the entirety of their the entirety of their
You can call yourself an
nationality.
Arab. Like, I would call myself an Arab, but ethnically speaking, I'm not Arab.
Ethnically speaking, you are Arab.
I could be mixed in with Arabs, and I can definitely have Arab heritage. And actually, I took a DNA test recently, and I said I was 10% Arabian, but that doesn't prove that I'm Arab. Like, the other 80% was.
Yeah, but there's also ethnicity. But again, like, when we're talking about your ethnicity, you're not even like Palestinian by nationality because you're not a Palestinian national, right?
Yeah, but what? Ask yourself, why are there so much Palestinians in the diaspora?
Because you guys lost a war and then
we lost land.
Multiple different Arab countries. Well,
you
lost a war.
Land.
You lost a war that you started, right?
Okay, wait. How do we start this?
Yeah, after Israel declared independence May 14th, 1948, you guys invaded with 5 Arab countries and lost a war.
And how did they invade?
What do you mean? The Arab League declared
How did the
war on Israel?
Like, how did the Jews invade? Like, what did they do exactly?
No, I'm saying the Arabs invaded. The Arabs invaded. The Arab League declared war on Israel when Israel declared independence.
Okay, and what about the people who lived in modern-day Israel before 1948? What happened to those people?
Some of them stayed and became Arab citizens, which is why 20% of Israel's population are Arab, and they have full and equal citizenship.
Those are Mizrahi Jews. There's Palestinians that do live in
you
Israel.
you think the 2 million Arab Muslims in Israel are Mizrahi Jews?
No, there's definitely a lot of Mizrahi, but I'm not talking about them specifically. Look, I'm saying.
No, I'm talking about the majority. I'm talking about 20% of Israel's population is like Arab Muslim. I'm not like that's because many of them stayed. Many of them fled during the war, and many of them stayed during the war.
They fled or they got kicked out?
They mostly fled, actually.
Okay, so you're just denying statistics. You can't. That doesn't work.
What stats?
I can agree with a lot of the stuff you're saying, but that just doesn't work. It doesn't make sense.
Why doesn't it make any sense for people to flee during a war? Wouldn't you want to flee a war zone too to protect your family and your people?
They didn't flee. They got kicked out. There's a difference.
How do you know all of them were kicked out, or most of them were kicked out? How do you know that?
Because it's a statistic. Like they say it, we see it. It's all. There's so much evidence to back up that claim.
So much evidence that you can't provide really any. Arab leaders, like including the Syrian president, were calling, and Hajj al-Husseini also was calling for Arabs to evacuate the land, right? And the Arabs believed they would come back after an Arab victory because 5 Arab armies were literally invading. You leave a war to
okay,
protect
but why
your
did they
people, your
invade
children,
it?
and your
Why
own.
did they invade Israel? Like, for what was the reason?
Yeah, the reason was that they did not want to see the emergence of a Jewish state, that they believed that they would rather eradicate the Jews. They said more specifically, by the way, to the river, like literally drive them to the sea. They rather do that than allow them to have an independent state.
Are you sure that's the reason?
Yeah, they rejected the idea of a Jewish national home. That's the whole point. Do you think they wanted a Jewish national home?
You're not getting what I'm trying to say. They took over Palestinian land. That's where they went wrong.
I'm curious. What is Palestinian land? Like, describe that for me.
I already explained this. It's the north to the south. It's like all the way from the Red Sea all the way up to like Akka, which is like
what makes that Palestinian land?
That's what it's been. That's what it's been for like
according to whom?
Millennia. For millennia, it's been that.
Is Gaza Palestinian land?
Yeah.
What does Gaza mean? Like, what language does Gaza come from?
I don't know. Why does that matter?
Well, it's a Hebrew.
Doesn't matter because Palestinians.
It's a Hebrew word. It's a Hebrew word for Azza, right?
Okay, well, that doesn't prove nothing though. Palestinians.
Why do Palestinians speak Hebrew?
Yeah, a lot of them do, but back then it was the main language. Like there was a point where it was the main language.
So Palestinians were just Jews, is what you're claiming?
I mean, that's what statistics shows.
So you're saying Palestinians went from Jewish-speaking, Judaism-practicing, indigenous people from the land to Arab, Muslim, fundamentalist extremists within 1,000 years?
Pretty much.
Okay, that makes total sense.
Over colonization, yeah, that makes pretty much sense. Like, you can everything I'm saying. The same logic applies to the Lebanese, to the Syrians, to the Jordanians. Like, no, not the Jordanians, but like the Lebanese and Syrians. The same logic I'm telling you everything about applies to them. If it works for them, why doesn't it work for Palestinians? I'm so confused.
Well, there's different ethnicities and
they're really not.
People
Palestinian
in
and Lebanese
Syria
people are
and Lebanon,
quite literally
for
the same.
example. Really, you think the Maronite Christians, which are their own ethno-religious group, are the same as Palestinians?
Ethnically wise, yeah, they're both Canaanites. Phoenicians.
No, they're not both.
They descend
Canaanites.
from the same people.
What makes them Canaanites?
Their blood, their heritage.
So Palestinians are polytheists? Because Canaanites were polytheists.
What does that have to do with anything, though?
What Canaanite language do Palestinians speak?
They don't speak a Canaanite language anymore.
What makes them Canaanite then?
Their blood, their culture.
There's no such thing as just having... What part of modern-day Palestinian culture is Canaanite culture?
The Debka, the dance. Tatriz. Do you not see the
Debka, the dance?
Dresses?
How do you know that the Canaanites were doing the Debka?
That was a way they would come together in the villages and they would do that dance in order.
How do you know
like,
they would do that
something
specific
like that.
dance? Where are you getting that from?
Go Google it. It doesn't take more than a Google search. They did that dance in order to it's something like when they were building stuff to like make it dry faster. I don't know what exactly it was, but
exactly.
It's a Canaanite dance. Dude. Okay, where does it come from?
You guys have nothing to do with the Canaanites at all. You guys don't have the religion of the Canaanites. Don't have the language of the Canaanites.
What about Debka? Debka and Tatriz. Prove me wrong.
Okay. How do you know that the Canaanites were practicing Tatriz?
Practicing. It's not a religion. Stop.
Or doing it. Yeah, doing the dance or whatever. How do you know that? How do you know that was going on?
It's like that's a direct cultural like continuity. That's very much so proof that Palestinians.
No, how do you know that the Canaanites were doing it?
I don't know. That's statistics. Like
you don't. What do you mean
how
statistics? How do numbers tell you that the Palestinians or the Canaanites were doing a set up like dance thousands of years ago? Wouldn't it be like hieroglyphics or something that's inscribed?
Go Google it. There's so much sources on it. I'm so confused.
Yeah, you're making things up, dude. I'm sorry. That's not true.
Go search it up.
Thing,
what are you talking
right?
about?
I'm saying it's not a real thing. I'm saying it's not. It's fake.
The Debka is not a real thing.
I'm saying that you don't know what how Canaanites were dancing back in the day, back 1,000 something, 2,000 years ago.
Do you?
Even
Do
more
you?
than 2,000 years ago, by the way, because the Canaanites didn't even really
Yeah.
exist 1,000 years ago.
Okay,
Yeah, so
do
you're
you?
saying that over 2,000 years ago, you know what particular dance the Canaanites were doing. And by the way, do you know the Canaanites were not a specific group of people? They were multiple different tribes. Which Canaanite tribe do the Palestinians come from?
I don't know.
Were they the
I don't know what
Jebusites?
that proves though. Like that doesn't prove anything.
It just seems like your identity is all over the place, man.
Look, you can talk about this all you want. I already said you can't deny that the Tetris and the Debka are direct continuity, like cultural things that Palestinians have. Those are both Canaanite things that show direct.
Okay. Show me evidence that the Canaanites were doing those things.
Go Google it. I don't feel like showing you shit.
Okay, so you don't have
I
any
don't have
evidence.
to show you anything.
Well,
I
you
don't
have to
have
prove.
to
You
show you
have to tell me at least. You don't have to even show me anything necessarily. You have to at least tell me where you're getting your stuff from, right? Where'd you get that from?
I don't know, from my brain. This is what I learned as I studied this topic.
So your Palestinian brain, according to your own logic, randomly
where does
decided
it
to
come
tell. Hold
from?
on. You're telling me that your Palestinian brain told you that the Debka, a Palestinian dance, was being practiced was being done over 2,000 years ago by Canaanites in the land of Israel. Really?
Yeah. What proof do you have that does
And
it wasn't?
it's not like your parents taught you this. It just came up in your
No.
brain.
No, I learned over this whole topic.
Okay. So if you learned about it, why can't you give me evidentiary substantiation for why you believe it?
Because I learned about this topic years ago. I don't have sources up my ass to pull out for you. Like,
okay, so you don't really know about your Palestinian
where does
culture.
it come
That's
from?
interesting.
Can you
Let me
answer
ask you a
my
question. Since you're Palestinian.
No. You answer my question.
No, I don't have to.
Where
I
do
don't.
these
I don't.
things-
I don't. So
Where
this is
does
not
it
how
come from?
conversations. That's not how conversations work. By the
No,
way,
you're
conversations
laughing
don't.
in my face saying it's not true.
Wait,
Show me
wait.
proof.
Conversations.
Where
Wait.
does
So
it
yeah, that's called trying to prove a negative, right? So if you're making the claim that you cured cancer, and I ask you, like, what's your evidence that you cured cancer, and you respond by saying, well, what's your evidence that I didn't cure cancer? You see how that's dumb? Or, well, what's the actual cure to cancer? That's dumb because I never proposed a cure for cancer.
That's a whole another scenario.
But it's an analogy, bro. That's not how conversations work. If you make the claim, you substantiate it. You can't make a claim, not substantiate it, and then ask someone else to give you the answer to something. I'm not making a positive claim. You're
smart,
making a
right?
positive claim, right?
You're smart. Am I right or wrong?
I don't know, man. Maybe.
Do you think you're smart? I just want to know if it's not the Canaanites who who started off with the Debka and the Tetris, then who did?
Why would I
What are you
have
gonna
to
tell
create?
me?
Why would I have to invent an answer for you? Why can't you either prove that they did?
Because
or
you're acting
can't
like you
prove it?
know what the answer is, and tell me the answer.
No, I'm not acting like I know what the answer is. If you're making the claim that the answer is something dispositive that you know for a fact, then you have to prove
It's
it.
the
That's how
statistic.
That's
I
how
don't need to
basic
show proof
conversing.
for a
That's how
statistic.
basic conversations work. Okay, hold on. How does a over 2,000 year old, maybe 3,000 year old? Okay, let's say how does a several thousand year old dance get proven to have existed in a particular geographical spot thousands of years ago via statistics? Go ahead, explain that to us. Explain to everyone watching.
Watching? What are you live?
Yeah, I am.
On what? What's your TikTok?
No, just focus on the conversation. Explain how that happens.
Okay, cultural continuity. It's simple.
Wait.
Palestinian- the
give me
people
the
stayed in the land.
equation. Okay, in 20 seconds, give me the mathematical equation to how you know that the Palestinians, the modern day Palestinians, have this dance that they got from the Canaanites thousands of years ago. What is the mathematical equation for that?
That's what the people has always have done.
What are the numbers?
I'm
Do you know
so
what statistics are? Do you know what statistics are?
Yeah, go ahead. What is it?
What are the stats? What are the numbers? What is the data? What
You're
numerical
asking me,
values?
you
What
told me,
numerical
what told me?
values demonstrate a several thousand-year-old dance?
Bro, just because you're speaking in a higher vocabulary doesn't make you right. Like it doesn't. I don't know if you're trying to sound right by doing that.
It's not even about speaking in a higher vocabulary. You're telling me that modern-day Palestinians got this Debka dance from Canaanites that lived thousands of years ago, and your
where does it
evidence
come
for
from,
it.
then?
Hold on, your evidence for it is statistics, and I asked you, give me either the numbers, the data that would demonstrate so, or give me the mathematical equation that would demonstrate for that to be the case.
I'm not a math teacher,
You see how-
bro. You're
then
trying
what
to
do
make
then
myself
why are you
look
saying
dumb.
statistics? Where are you getting that from, brother?
It's a statistic. It's a fact. It's proven. It's not like
Okay, it's
there's no,
proven.
like Okay, listen.
Well,
Can you,
prove it.
Do humans speak?
Like what?
Do humans speak?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, provide me a source. Like that's how.
Are you ready for me to provide? Are you ready for me to provide a source?
Yeah, go ahead. See, I could provide
this. This is hold on.
If you want to go look at it yourself,
this is my throat, and I have vocal cords. Ready for this? Hi. What did I just do there? What am I doing right now? Am I speaking?
You gave me evidence. I just don't feel like giving.
Okay, great. Where's your evidence? Now, this
though.
is your turn. This is your turn, brother. What is your evidence for Palestinians having this continuous several thousand-year dance from Canaanites that is somehow explained by numerical values and statistics?
Okay, wait. So are you trying to prove that? What's your point here? Like, what are you trying to get at? Are you trying to say that the those are not Canaanite like cultural things?
I want you to prove I want to know how you're getting to your conclusions, right? How's that?
Because of
very
cultural
thing.
continuity. Because the people still do this dance.
Oh,
where did this dance come from? Do you think it comes from Arabia?
Cultural continuity. Yeah, sure, buddy. Okay, let's move on to something else because you're obviously failing at this,
bro. You talking over me every time.
So
I
what
speak,
part
to
of
make yourself sound smarter?
What part of Palestine are you from?
Why does that matter?
I'm curious.
I don't have to tell you. I don't want to tell you.
You don't have to tell me. It's not like I'm gonna I'm just asking because I'm curious. But funny how people that claim they're from Palestine really can't explain anything about it. It's crazy how you guys are like the only people that I see that can't explain anything about your land, bro.
What do you want me to explain?
So has Palestine existed for thousands of years? You're a Palestinian, so you should know this.
Has it been an official state? No, but has it existed?
No, has it existed for thousands of years?
Yeah, thousands. No.
1,000 years? 2,000?
I think since the name was called Palestina and Syria, Palestina.
Do you agree that the Jews prior to the modern nation state of Israel have had like empires, kingdoms, and dynasties, like the Hasmonean Jewish dynasty, the kingdom of Israel under King David and King Solomon, and they've had rulers and monarchs? Do you agree that they've had that before the modern nation state of Israel?
You can't deny that. That's a fact.
Okay. Name a Palestinian monarch, dynasty, or empire that predates the 1988 Declaration of Palestinian Independence. Name a single one that predates it.
A monarch?
A monarchy, a kingdom, an empire, a dynasty.
Though you just named them all. The Kingdom of Israel.
The Kingdom of Israel was a Palestinian kingdom?
Yeah, technically speaking, yeah, it is. Oh my God.
The Kingdom of Israel was a Palestinian kingdom. Yeah, King David was a Palestinian because that makes total sense, right? Does that make sense to you? King David was a Palestinian?
Are you trying to deny the existence of Palestinian Jews? Like, did that never exist?
Wait, so King David was a Palestinian?
Technically speaking, if he was reborn today, he would be ethnically a Palestinian.
If he was reborn today?
Ethnically, he would be a Palestinian.
Wait, ethnically King David was what ethnicity? He was Jewish. He was a Jew.
Jewish. Yeah.
Okay.
Palestinian derived from Jews, like they come from Jews. Before Palestinians were Muslim and everything, what religion were they? Before they were Muslim and Christian.
Okay, let's just move on to someone else. This guy.
Come on, see, I got you I got you in a pretzel. Come on.
Yeah, you definitely got me in a pretzel, dude. You're such a good debater.
Answer, come on.
You're such a good debater.
Before Islam and before Christianity, what religion were the people who lived in modern-day Palestine and Israel? What religion were they?
Yeah, they weren't Palestinians. I'm going to move on to someone else, though, because you're a horrible debater, okay? Let's just move on to someone else.
Altruism.
What's going on, man?
What's going on, bro?
What's up?
Debate me, Palestine is a myth. Islam doesn't work in America.
Mm-hmm.
Was Martin Luther King... Did Martin Luther King die for this shit, bro? Really?
You know he was a Zionist, right?
Did Martin Luther King die for this shit? Like, for real,
Wait, he was a Zionist?
But you guys were oppressed, and now you're doing this shit. You're supposed to
you guys always claim to be oppressed, too. You guys claim that the white people are always oppressing you and they're bombing your country.
I'm not even white.
I know. I'm saying the Arabs complain about white people oppressing them. I don't think I'm oppressed.
I'm not Arab.
What are you?
I'm Asian.
Okay. Asian is not an ethnicity. What's your actual ethnicity?
I'm from Asia.
Yeah, what part of Asia? West Asia, East Asia? South Asia?
Yeah.
Yeah, where specifically? Pakistan?
India.
Okay, you're from India. Okay, perfect. Well, a lot of Indians also claim that they're like oppressed by white people, but nevertheless, right?
We don't claim anything.
Okay, that's totally fine. That's totally
actually, like like Martin Luther King, Malcolm X didn't go through all this shit for you to be doing this.
But
Like,
Martin Luther
seriously,
King
bro?
was a Zionist and pro-Israel. He literally said that Israel
Listen,
should exist and will continue to
what
exist.
does
And he
that have
called
to do with
Israel a beacon of
Israel? What does that have to do
democracy.
with Israel? I'm not talking about Israel. I'm talking about
You brought up
oppression.
Martin Luther King saying that that he didn't die for this shit. He was a Zionist himself.
I never spoke about Israel. I'm talking about being oppressed. Martin Luther King
I'm
was
not.
against
I'm not
oppression.
oppressed. How am I oppressed?
I'm not saying that you're oppressed. I'm saying Martin Luther King was against oppression, and you should be against oppression because you're fucking.
Okay. Who's getting who's getting oppressed right
People
now?
People are getting
who's
oppressed,
getting
like all over the world.
Yeah, where?
Palestine.
Palestine? How are they getting oppressed?
They seriously?
Yeah, explain.
How are they getting oppressed?
Yeah.
Go like search up TikTok. Be like, yo, search up Palestine on TikTok.
Because they started a war they couldn't win? That means they're getting oppressed?
Yo, bro,
they started. They launched the second largest terrorist attack in the 21st century, killing 1,200 Jews and taking over 250 hostage, bringing them to the Gaza Strips and starving them. And therefore, Israel retaliates, and then you cry about oppression. Is that how that works?
Listen, how much are they paying you, bro?
I mean, I'd have to look at my bank statements from Israel to figure that out. To be exact,
how much are they paying you, bro?
I mean, because you're making bad arguments.
Bro. Hey, get your bread up, bro. Get your bread up. But
why
one
can't you
day,
debate
you
though?
know what I'm saying? We all have a creator, and we will stand for we will stand. And
are you Muslim?
Have to, I'm religious, yeah.
But are you Muslim though?
No, I'm Christian.
Okay, you're Indian Christian. Okay, that's totally fine. But I'm saying, like, how are they oppressed?
No, but like one day we will have to stand in front of God, right? And God will ask us, "Yo, like, how did you benefit? Like, what did you do?" And look at this, like, look at the way you live.
Yeah, I don't think God is going to be in
right.
favor of people doing jihad at all, right?
Really? Define jihad for me.
Yeah, fighting in the conquering territory and fighting in the cause of Allah.
That's jihad.
It'd be yeah.
Okay, well, I told you I'm not even Muslim, so why even talking about jihad?
I think you are Muslim, dude. I honestly don't think you're Christian because the way you're acting about that.
I think
Can you say Muhammad is a false prophet then? If you're a Christian,
why would I disrespect a different religion?
How is that disrespectful to say that he's a false prophet?
Islam, Christianity doesn't teach us to disrespect other religions. You know what I'm saying?
But how is it disrespectful to say that he's a false prophet?
Religion is my religion. For my religion is my religion.
Is Islam false?
Them is their religion.
Is Islam false?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? You said you're Christian.
Okay. What are you?
Wait, a Christian who doesn't know whether or not Islam is false. Why wouldn't you be like agnostic or not have a religion? Why would you be Christian when you think that Islam may be true?
Are you Jewish?
No, I'm not Jewish, but explain that to me.
What are you?
Do you know that Islam is false or do you not know that Islam is false?
What are you?
Don't worry about what I am.
But you worry about what I am.
Is Islam false or not?
So you worried about what I am, but you're not.
You claim to be a Christian. Is Islam false or not?
Listen. So what are you?
No, but is Islam false or not? You claim to be a Christian.
Yo, bro. So what are you? Like you're asking me what I am.
You're Muslim pretending to be Christian.
What's funny here?
Because you're a Muslim pretending to be
Christian.
What
are you? What are you?
Are you Muslim or Christian?
Are you Jewish?
Yeah, maybe.
What do you mean by maybe?
Maybe I am. Let's say I am. Now answer my question.
No. What are you Jewish?
No, I'm not of any particular religion. Now, can you answer my question?
So you're not religious?
I'm not of any particular organized faith. No, I'm not of any particular denomination or organized faith.
So do you believe in God?
Answer my question. Now answer my question.
Do you believe in God? Do you believe in God?
Said Islam. You said you don't know whether or not Islam is false, right?
Listen, do you believe in God?
Notice how he's running away because he knows he just doesn't.
Nobody's running away. This guy's not answering my question, bro.
No, because you're trying to dodge and deflect right now because you said something silly.
Satanic? Are you satanic?
What?
Are you satanic? You said you don't believe in religion.
No, I never said that. I said I'm not of any particular organized faith.
So what are you? What do you follow?
I just told you I'm not of any particular organized faith. I answered your question. Now answer my question. Is Islam false? Is Islam false? Is Islam false?
So you don't believe in a religion?
Is Islam false?
So you don't believe in a religion? Is that what you're telling me?
Is Islam false?
You're not answering my question. Do you believe in a religion? Yes or no?
You said you're Christian, right? You said you're Christian, but you don't know whether or not Islam is false. Does that make any sense?
Yeah. Yes or no question. No, Islam is not false. What? Yes.
Oh, Islam is not false.
No, it's not.
I thought you said you're a Christian.
Yeah, I am.
So you're a Christian that believes that Islam is not false?
Yes.
So then why wouldn't you believe in Muhammad? And why wouldn't you be a Muslim?
Because I'm a Christian.
Okay.
All right. So
I don't think you understand. I don't think you understand
don't have a
how this
religion?
works.
See,
I don't
like,
think you
you know
understand
what's-
how
you
this
know what's
works.
crazy? You
I
don't
don't think you
even
understand
believe
how
in
this
religion.
works.
You don't believe
If
in
you
a
believe
religion, and
Islam,
you're
if you
educating me.
believe Islam to be true, then you can't be a Christian.
Listen,
Do you agree?
you don't believe in a religion, and you're
Are
telling
you
me
the
about
first
religion.
Christian Muslim ever known to man? You're both Christian and Muslim.
Or you don't believe in a religion, and you're telling me about a religion? That is crazy to me right here.
When did I ever say I don't believe in religion?
Because I asked you so many times, you said you're not.
I said I'm
religious.
not a part of any particular organized
So you.
faith.
So
now
what?
let me.
So what do you believe
now
in?
let's get
So
back
what
into
do you
it.
believe in?
Now
What
let
do
me
you believe
let's
in?
get right back
What
into
do
it.
you believe in? What the f? Do you
Yeah, I
believe
believe
in?
there is a higher power out there. I believe there's a God.
Like what?
Right, but I'm not of any. I'm
Okay.
not part of any particular religion. Now try to go
What?
ahead and explain
No,
to me.
elaborate
your
on that.
position,
Elaborate on that.
Right?
Can you elaborate on your beliefs? I want to know what you believe in.
So you said
I want
Islam
you
is
to.
true.
I want you to elaborate. I want you to
Notice how he's
elaborate on your
trying to
religion.
dodge because he knows that he like blundered hard. He's trying to dodge.
Yo, no way
and
you got
change.
viewers, bro. I swear to God, your viewers gotta be some dumbass. They watching you, bro.
But you're the one that said you're
Like,
a Muslim and a
lost.
Christian at the same time. How
You're
are you a Muslim
lost, bro.
Christian?
I never
How are you
said
a
that.
Muslim Christian?
I never said
though?
that. I never said that.
Okay,
I
you said
never
Islam
that.
is not false, right?
Okay.
And you're also a Christian, right?
Okay.
So you're a Christian that believes Islam is not false.
Okay.
Is that true or false? Is that your
Okay.
belief?
I believe a lot of things. You know what I'm saying?
He's a Muslim who's pretending to be Christian, and he got caught.
Oh my God, you're so funny, bro. But how much they paying you, bro? Seriously? This is funny to me, bro.
What part? Are you in
I swear to
Michigan?
God. Yeah, I'm in Michigan.
Of course you're in Michigan, bro. Of course you're in Michigan.
What does that mean?
Nah, I can always just know. So
This
how are
is
you
crazy.
how are you a Muslim and a Christian at the same time? Do you want to explain that to me?
Yeah, man. So one day I wake up as a Muslim, and the other day I wake up as a Christian.
See how this guy doesn't actually want to debate?
And
Okay,
do
we'll
you
move on to
know-
someone
and do
else,
you know-
man. I appreciate you, man. I'll move on to someone else.
Yeah, but when you debate,
Funny how these people like literally can't debate. What's going on?
Palestine is a myth. Islam doesn't work in America. I don't disagree, bro.
You don't disagree? You agree?
Except for the Palestine one. I don't know about the Palestinian one.
You said what about
Palestine
Palestine?
is a myth?
Yeah, that's a myth.
Why do you think that?
Because like when you think of Palestine, what does it mean to you?
It's a country,
Really?
and then Israel came on top of it.
So Palestine was a country before Israel.
Yes.
What year?
Before the Holocaust. I don't have like I'm not the type of person for this argument, but what I think is that they came on top, like they were moved out after Hitler.
So
Britain, 'cause
but
they
you
had
said
the-
Palestine was a country before Israel came about. So like in 1937 there was a Palestinian country?
Should be. I mean I didn't do research on it, so like I don't
There
take
wasn't.
my word for it.
There wasn't a Palestinian country ever in human history.
All right, well then.
That's why I'd say it's kind of like a myth, kind of like a construct that people have invented to manipulate people.
All right, you can think that.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
if you're just saying that as a fact, then there's no point in saying debate me. You know what I mean?
I mean, you can think that.
I mean, if you want to contend it, if you want to contend
I
it,
don't see why that even bothers you.
if you want to contend it, you're more than welcome to contend it, right?
No, like I don't see why it bothers you that people do think it's a real country. Because like, are you Jewish?
It's not about me being Jewish. I like to be historically accurate, and I think people have used the Free Palestine movement to support terrorism, to support jihad, to support barbarism, to support Islamic fundamentalist values and Hamas, and that's why I think it's important to highlight the issue with the whole Palestine movement and the understanding of Palestine. That's.
But do you
that's it.
do you agree that like you think Palestine's a myth? Okay, but do you agree
Mm-hmm.
that Palestinian people that are there are getting bombed and killed by Israelis?
What type? Like the ones that are doing terrorism? Yeah, I believe they should be bombed and killed.
No, like little kids, little children, like.
Yes, I don't believe in civilians being targeted intentionally, but there's always civilian collateral damage in warfare, right? When a war happens, there's always going to be people caught in the crossfire.
Yes, but they were intentionally harmed though. They were bombing
No,
hospitals.
there's no evidence that Israel was going intentionally for civilians.
I mean, they're not gonna tell you that they weren't. They were.
It's
doing
not about
that.
them telling us this. Like all the evidence suggests otherwise. Israel has been dropping thousands of leaflets. Don't run. Oh, there you go. They're still running. Of course. course she ran. They always run away. They always run away. That's funny. Playing music. That's interesting.
Yo!
What's going on, man?
Yo, what's up, Ray? No, stop. I love strays.
Let's do a quick pause here for a second. If you guys don't know what I'm doing, I'm currently debating on Umingle, basically finding random people. There's things in the background that you guys can't see, basically different prompts and stuff that gets people to like debate me on certain issues and stuff like that. So that's what we're currently doing for people that are tuning in on YouTube and TikTok. We're debating random people on Umingle, and we're making it more immersive so that you can see who I'm talking to and see the debates and listen in. And so it's like more of an interesting thing. So people watching currently on YouTube and TikTok, shout out to both of you guys, both of that sort of crew, the YouTube crew and the TikTok crew. And yeah, let's move on to the next person. And you'll only actually see the person when I know that they're at least normal and actually having a conversation, because I don't want you guys to see anything too crazy. You know what I mean? So that's also a thing. What's up, man?
Shut your bitch ass up, nigga.
Damn! Look at how mad he is. You have a really big nose, dude. Are you goading out right now?
You're gay. You want to sit on my nose? You're gay.
Hold on. Let me ask you a question. Is it true that bestiality in the Arab world when it comes to intercourse with goats is very high?
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. You need money. I'm gonna pay you money.
Is that true?
I'm gonna pay you money, but don't support that shit. Gave you money. Don't support Israel to give you money.
I don't think you have money though.
I have a money. Do you wanna cash you up right now?
Cash you up? You mean Cash App?
Yeah. Cash App, PayPal, whatever you want.
I think you should probably
give you money.
Hold on. I think you should probably keep your money so that you can use it on maybe obviously getting your life together in a better way. What are you drinking?
No, it's not your business, man.
I don't think you're doing well.
Bro, it's a soda, man.
But you're in America, right? Are you?
No,
or you're
I'm
in
not.
Iraq. You're in Iraq. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. What do you think about the Iraqi president coming to America, or not the Iraqi prime minister coming to America and signing a bunch of like deals upwards of $60 billion?
A lot of presidents of Iraq, go to Trump or the White House.
Okay.
To make sure that's
so. Why? What's your issue with Israel? You're from Iraq. Israel doesn't really care about you all that much, anyways.
No, my only issue, you support country, it's not belong to you, to give you money. That's my only issue.
Wait, hold on. If Israel doesn't belong to me, I don't think it does. Who does it belong to?
It's nothing. Israel, nothing.
It belongs to nobody? It's a country that belongs to nobody?
Yeah.
Iraq belongs to whom?
It's not a country,
who does Iraq belong to?
I want you to answer me. You're not answering me yet.
Who does Iraq belong to? Who does the Iraq
belong to? You're not answering me. I'm not gonna talk while you are like.
You're gonna do a total crash out. Okay, we're gonna move on to someone else then.
You is. No curious.
Yeah, that was a total crash out there. What's up, man?
Yawn, bro.
Hold on. Are you from? Oh man, we had a Somali guy and I missed him. It's like a rare Pokemon card.
Palestine.
How the hell did I run into a Somali person and they just had to skip me? What's up?
I don't think we have anything to debate.
I don't think we do. True. What's up, man?
Palestinian is a myth. Islam doesn't work
in America, man. Doesn't.
Oh, I agree. Have you ever heard of this commentary and verse in the Quran?
Oh yeah, I have 65:4.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, come on, dude. Of course I have. Yeah. It's
an
iconic one. Yeah, I am right now. Yeah.
What's your channel called?
Matt Nuclear. You can go on the Nuclear Reaction on YouTube, and I'm just Matt Nuclear on TikTok. But glad to see another person that's like normal and decent, you know.
So Nuclear Reaction on YouTube?
Yeah, the Nuclear Reaction on YouTube right now, and Matt Nuclear on TikTok. I'm streaming on both TikTok and YouTube.
Okay, yeah, I'm not going to be a good conversation for you because I'm on the same side.
Yeah, so. Appreciate you though, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
You can.
What's up, man?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing all right. I'm just looking for people to debate. You don't seem like you disagree. So
Islam doesn't work. I think we're both on the same side. We like to debate on that we're both on the same side.
yeah. All right, I'll see you, man. Yeah, we're both kind of on the same end. What's up, guys? Yo, chill for a second. Calm down. Calm down for a second. Relax. I know your people are barbaric, but try to calm down for just a little bit. Why are you guys already crashing out? Why are you already crashing out? Just, bro, calm down. Calm down. See, this is why you guys. This is why Dick Cheney needs to come back, because you guys still haven't learned your lesson. Okay, great. Okay, wait, can I talk? Wait, hold on. Can you talk? Calm down. Don't. You're goading out right now. You're goading out. Wait, hold on. Calm down for a second. Let's talk about Palestine being a myth. Let's talk about Palestine being a myth, right?
African American, right? Let him speak.
Wait, hold on. Yes, I'm African American. I mean, if you classify me, yeah, I'm African American. I'm African in America.
Hold on. You know, if you went to Israel, they would rape, kill you.
Yeah, that's why there's plenty of black people in Israel that don't get raped. But let me bring something up before you hold on. Before everyone crashes out, calm down. And before everyone crashes out, calm down. You know what's funny? In Gaza, there are these towns called Al-Abid. What does Al-Abid mean?
Do you know that in Gaza?
No. What does Al-Abid mean? It means the slave, right? So black people in Gaza? Hold on, don't crash out for a second. Black people in Gaza are called slave. Okay, Israel, for example, Israel. Hold on. Let me respond.
Listen, I'm gonna explain something on.
No, I'm gonna say this one thing and then you can go. Okay, I'm gonna say this one thing and then you can go. Perfect. So in the 70s and up until the 80s, Israel ran Operation Moses, Joshua, and Solomon. These were covert Mossad and CIA operations to transport black Ethiopian Jews that fled to Sudan because they were being persecuted in Ethiopia to Israel. And their population increased by more than 2,400%, from like 7,000 to like nearly 200,000 people total. And the Arab world is not known for not being so-called racist, okay? So just drop that whole racist victim mentality.
Okay,
game,
I have a question, brother. Is this
Israel is
racist? Hold on. You're saying this Ethiopian situation. You think this Ethiopian? Bro, shut up. Shut the fuck.
Yo, look at how he's violent. This is why you guys get bombed, because you're so violent.
Listen,
calm down. You want to fight me? By the way, you wouldn't win, but.
Yo, bro, can you hold on, bro? Can you?
You wouldn't win, but it's still funny.
Listen, yo, man, shut up for a second. You're saying this whole Ethiopian situation is based off the fact that he called you an African American and that if you went to Israel, correct?
Yeah, I corrected him, but that's false.
Now let's get to the second part. You said something about Allah Abid.
Al-Abid, which black people in Gaza are segregated in these neighborhoods that are called Al-Abid, which means the slave.
Okay, and if you're saying that's honestly a crazy statement, because if you look in
there's literal articles about it. There's Muslims that say this.
Right.
Okay, perfect.
Okay,
perfect.
Now, in Islam, if you're a man of Islam, the religion, right? He's a abid, I'm a abid, everybody's a abid. To who? To Allah. It means God's slave, that we bow our heads to our master, which is the one and only God. So your whole idea of this black Ethiopian slave being Allah abid means God's slaves.
Okay, can I correct you on this?
Total definition from origin Arabic to English. Abid means slave, and we use that as in a slave to Allah. Ihna Abdallah.
Okay, so let me correct you on one thing. So I agree that in the translation it can be servant or slave, and it can be servant to Allah. But when you are specifically calling the black neighborhoods in Gaza Al-Abid, that there's obviously a connotation there that everyone knows about, that no one is missing.
Well, the word is mixed around. It doesn't matter how people are.
Yeah, but if you're calling the black neighborhoods Al-Abid, we know exactly what you're doing.
No,
there's nothing confusing about that.
Al-Abid means God's slave. Your thing is
Al-Abid is what I'm talking about. So let's the gaslighting is not going to work, brother.
Abid means slave, correct?
Yeah, but if you're calling the black neighborhoods in Gaza the ones, if you're calling them Al-Abid, there's obviously a connotation there, bro. Like, stop.
Okay, but what does Allah mean?
This taqiya is bad.
What does Allah mean? It means God.
Okay, I'm not talking about Allah. I'm not talking about Allah Abid. I'm saying Al Abid. Okay, hold on. In Arabic, Al is like the definite article. But you're the guy that wants to fight me. Right? You're the guy that wants to fight me, right?
What did you say about Ethiopians being safe in Israel?
Yeah, so just really quickly. Yeah, just hold on for a second. Yo, hold on for a second. Can you Yeah, I don't even know what video you just showed me, but just calm down for a second. Yeah, you're showing me a random video. I don't know the video you showed me, but try to relax for a second. Just try to relax for a second so I can respond to you. Try to relax. How did Catholicism get brought into this? How did Catholicism get brought into this? Wait, can I respond?
Are you Christian? Are you Christian?
Look at the crash out.
Are you Christian?
So this is why they get bombed. I want everyone to know this. This is why they lose wars, because they're not really bright people.
You won't answer.
They're just
you know
barbaric.
Why? You know why?
Yeah, dude.
Blew up the oldest
Do you know what's crazy though? Yeah, hold on. Can I respond? Can I respond? Why are you just totally freaking out? It's funny how he's totally freaking out. He's like totally freaking out. Right. You see how it's a total crash out? Let me explain everyone that really quickly. Do you see how they totally crashed out on me? It's because they don't have an argument. That guy that was crashing out and that said that he wanted to fight me, he was doing that because he knew that I'm intellectually superior to him and that he actually couldn't debate the merit. And he's freaking out and showing like a random video that no one even knows about, right? That's what they do when they don't have an argument. Because a lot of these Arabs, again, if like I'm going to demonstrate this to you guys throughout this live stream, they're not actually known. Yeah, there you go. They're not actually known for being good debaters. This is why their countries are constantly getting bombed, because they don't want to be civil. If you don't want to be civil, we're going to have to make you civil, okay? So Dick Cheney wasn't really all that bad, okay? He wasn't really all that bad, because you got to teach people like that a lesson when they want to do jihad and terrorism, okay? That's sort of the thing. These people need to be taught lessons. So that guy is probably the same type of guy that goes around doing jihad all over the Middle East. These people need lessons to be given to them. That's sort of like their issue. They're barbaric. They're not civil. They can't actually hold a conversation. And it's almost like they can't. It's almost like it's impossible for them to actually hold a conversation and a debate. Let's find someone else to debate. Hopefully they're normal, because that guy was like, I'm gonna beat the shit, man. I'm gonna beat you up. It's like, I know you're low IQ. You have a low impulse control, so you're not like capable of like actually debating the merits and the facts. That's not like what your brain allows you to do, you know? That's not like really my problem either. We can also make sure that the Chrome is muted until we get someone that's like normal as well. That's also going to help. What's up, man? Yeah. Do you agree? Wait, do you agree? I said, do you agree?
I will ask you one question.
But do you agree that it doesn't work in America?
No, I don't. You know why?
But you're in Egypt.
You know,
right?
Yeah, I'm Egypt. I don't agree. It does.
You want to stay in Egypt?
It does work. Yeah, I want. Well, I want to. Why not? Egypt is a good country.
The average
I'm just gonna ask you a question.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm just gonna ask you a question, okay? So basically, did you like search about anything? Like,
where's that noise coming from? By the way, is that like a fan or something?
Yeah, sorry, it's a fan. I have my air conditioner, but I don't like it right now. Wait, let me just turn it so we can get like a good conversation, okay? So basically, did you search about Islam in anything, like on God, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so did you search?
Yeah, I can give you verses right now of the Quran. The Quran.
Where?
It's very simple. Okay, Surah 65 ayah 4. Do you want to pull it up?
Yeah, sure. Let me see.
Okay, let's read what Surah 65 ayah 4 is, and let's go on to Surah 60.
Okay, so bro. Okay, so wait. Can you like send it so I can like open it on my second monitor? You know.
So Surah 65. Surah means the chapter.
65. I know, bro. I know.
Ayah 4.
Ayah 4.
Okay, and let's read together. Okay, and then we'll also read the tafsir after, which is the explanation. Okay.
Okay, so it says.
Now I'll read it out for everybody. As for your women past the age of menstruation, in case you do not know, they're waiting.
Hey, it's not what I have here actually.
Okay.
So it's Surah 67, Ayah 4, right?
Talking about it's Surah 65, Ayah 4.
It says, then look again and again.
I'll read it out, right?
Return frustrated and weary, right?
Surah 65, Ayah 4. 65, 4.
65. Oh, my bad.
Okay, 65, 4. Perfect. So it says here, as for your woman past the age of menstruation, in case you do not know, their waiting period is 3 months, okay? And those who have not menstruated as well. This is talking about the waiting period for divorce, right? Meaning, right, this is the waiting period for divorce, meaning that it's talking about there's three main categories. Past the age of menstruation, meaning you entered menopause. Have not yet menstruated, meaning that you're a little girl that hasn't hit puberty. And the third one is as for those who are pregnant, their waiting period ends with delivery. Okay, talking about women that have delivered a baby or whatever, right? And so, what kind of woman has not yet menstruated?
Wait, let me just read it again because English is kind of like complicated here.
Sure. What type of, like, menstruated means like having like puberty, right? Like, sorry, period. Like having a period. You know what that is?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
What kind of woman have not yet had their period?
What kind of woman has her period?
Yeah. I mean, it's not really a woman, but you get what I mean.
Yeah, okay, it's like the babies, I guess.
Or, or like a little girl, right?
Yeah. Like from
okay, so the Quran is saying that you can marry little girls.
No.
Yes, because 65 ayah 4 is talking about the waiting period for divorce.
Okay, so basically you're saying Quran is saying you can marry a child.
Yes.
Do you know? Okay, so do you know that you can like in the like new like I don't know like new era or whatever new like date
Testament?
Like
or what are we talking about?
No, not like the Bible or something. No, it's like from 1900s. You know.
Okay.
Okay, it turned it into 18 years old the marriage. But before that, you can marry whenever.
Why
you
would
want.
that matter when the Quran is the most perfect book of all time, and that it's not relative to a certain time period? Is the Quran perfect and eternal?
No, but it says you can marry a woman since she has her period. Okay. And
wait, so you agree that you can marry a woman or a girl once they hit their puberty? Do you agree?
Bro, okay, so basically you can marry. Like,
wait, I'm asking you.
What would happen?
I'm asking you if a girl hits her puberty.
Why are you shouting? Chill.
If a girl, I'm not. I'm asking you. If a girl hits her puberty, can you marry her? Is it okay to marry her if she does?
Yeah, because period means you are now like an old like a new.
So if a 9-year-old hits their puberty, can I marry them?
In the new like in this like now you can, but old you can like in the.
Why not now? If Muhammad did it, why can't I?
Bro, it's 1400 ago, 14 years, bro, 1400 years ago.
Yeah, but the Quran is supposed to be eternal.
It's eternal, yeah, bro.
So the Quran was only. If the Quran is only a moral prescription,
you know. Okay. So
hold on. Let me explain this. If the Quran is only a moral prescription for 7th century Saudi Arabians or whatever, then why do you follow its moral laws if it's only for people from the 7th century?
What do you mean, bro? Okay, so basically the new rules in the world like from 1900s it turned into 18 years old. Like the rules you are following the rules, that's it. But if you want you can until she like if she has her period you can, but the new rule says you can't marry a woman until she is 18.
That new rule doesn't come from the Quran, though. Where does that new rule come from?
You put it. Not us. Not like Arabs. We're not marrying childs, bro. Like America.
Yeah, well, you are in Afghanistan and Iraq. You can marry children. Nothing inhibiting you from doing so. There was a law passed in Iraq allowing you to marry children.
Afghanistan and Iraq, bro. Like, I don't want to say bad things about them. They are good countries, but there is a lot happened in there, bro.
I can agree with you on that, but in Iraq, you agree that there was a law passed that would allow 9-year-olds to marry.
I'm Egyptian, but I don't know about Iraq, to be honest.
Well, they did. By the way, a good thing to also look up is just look this up, right? In Islamic countries, who are the people that are arguing against like having a merit, like a threshold for age for marriage, right? The Muslim fundamentalists are always the one that are against having like actual thresholds. Like you have to be 18, you have to be 17 or 16 or something like that.
Okay. So in like Egypt, right? You mean like in these countries now, it's like a bad thing to marry a child? You mean it's really bad?
I think it's always been a bad thing to marry a child.
Yeah, but Jesus married.
Do you agree that well, Jesus never married anybody, but do you agree that it's always been a bad thing to marry children?
In my opinion.
Yeah.
In my really opinion.
Yeah.
It's not a good thing for her. Yeah.
It's never been a good thing to marry children.
No, no. You are saying something wrong here. Okay. So like ages change. Like everything change.
I'm asking.
Like
you.
okay, yeah, okay. So I'm gonna ask you a question. Okay. How tall was Adam?
Has raping people ever been okay?
How tall was Adam?
Why does that matter?
I'm gonna ask you a question. How tall was Adam?
I don't think we know
60
Adam's.
meters, right?
I don't think anyone measured his exact height.
Yeah, it's like you can actually search about it, but he was 60 meters.
Okay,
Are
I
the
don't think
people right
anyone
now
measured
60
his exact
meters?
height. I don't think it ever says it anywhere his exact height. But try to get back to the point. Has rape been wrong? Whether it's 7th century Arabia or 21st century Arabia, has rape been a bad thing? Yeah. Has it always been bad?
Yeah.
Okay.
If it's okay, so basically in Egypt, bro, I'm gonna no, but because you are asking a question and you want a direct answer and just
it's a simple answer. It's not something they have to explain. Has rape always been bad?
Okay, I'm gonna ask you a question. Okay.
Can you answer? Has rape always been bad?
Yeah, yes or no? I'm asking you the same question right now.
Has rape been bad?
Are you deaf, bro? I'm asking you the same question.
What do you mean? Has rape been bad?
Yeah, it was. Okay, yeah.
It has always been bad, right? Doesn't matter what year, it's always been bad, correct?
I'm 18, right?
Okay.
You know what matters? Okay. I wasn't alive.
Has rape always been bad?
Yeah, because if I said yes, you're gonna say, "Oh my God, Quran says."
Wait, no. I'm not actually. I just want you to answer this. I'm 18.
Yeah.
You're 18. I'm 19. That's totally fine. We're basically around the same age. Has rape been bad?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Has incest always been bad? Like having children with your sister or your brother. Has that always been bad?
Having what?
Having children or reproducing with your siblings, like your brother, your mother, sister. Has that always been bad?
Yeah,
Okay. And having marrying children has also always been bad, correct? Marrying 9-year-old girls, that's also always been bad, or 6-year-old girls.
Oh yeah, I know what you. Yeah,
Wait,
I know.
Has that always been bad? Has marrying 6-year-olds always been bad?
I know what you're referring to.
Because if raping has always been bad, and if incest has always been bad, would you agree that marrying 6-year-olds has also always been bad?
I know what you're referring to.
No, answer my question. Has
marrying
6-year-old little girls always been a bad thing?
Okay, let's say something. Okay.
No, just answer that. Answer the same way you answer the questions prior.
Oh my days.
Yeah, this is crazy. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you a question. Okay, so I'm not the perfect person in Islam right now. So if you wanna actually like get into a conversation with someone, just ask a sheikh. I'm not a perfect person. I'm not saying like Islam. I'm not saying like my Islam is perfect right now. So you can ask a sheikh. No, I'm not like running away or something.
I'm not saying that I'm not saying that your Quran. I'm not even bringing up Quranic verses. I'm not bringing up hadiths. I'm not bringing up anything. I'm just asking you for your opinion, right? So just really quickly, you when I asked you whether or not you think rape has always been bad, you said yes. When I asked you whether or not you think that incest has always been bad, you said yes. Now my final question is my third question. Do you think that marrying 6-year-old girls has always been bad, the same way that rape incest has always been bad?
6 years old, yeah.
So you believe that what Muhammad did, according to Sahih al-Bukhari, was bad?
Muhammad didn't.
Muhammad married a 6-year-old, Aisha, and consummated the marriage at 9.
Aisha, yeah, they said they are like married, but he didn't like. I don't know how to say it like respectfully.
They consummated the marriage at 9 years old. Consummation of marriage basically means that you make the marriage sacred by having intercourse. That's what that means.
No, not like secret. No,
not secret. Consummation.
Consummation, like make it public for everyone, you know?
No, like I mean, like he had sex with her when she was 9, but
no.
No.
I'm
That's
trying
what
to say.
the hadith That's what
what
Aisha
hadith?
actually says too.
What did you
Sahih
say?
al-Bukhari.
Yeah, I know what Sahih Bukhari is, bro. Like, I know. I
Okay,
want the
and
hadith.
Sahih al-Bukhari narrated Aisha. She says that Muhammad had sex with her when she was 9 and married her when she was 6. And you said that marrying 6-year-olds has been bad. So
Where?
you're
Where?
saying
Where?
that-
Give it to me.
Okay, I can pull it
Can you
up.
show
Are you
me?
ready? Look
Yes.
it up.
Yeah.
Look up for me. Ready? Okay, give me a second. Let me give you the exact hadith number.
As I said, my Islam is not perfect, so I'm not the best one to.
5134. 5134. That the Prophet
What?
married her when she
51.
was 6 years old and consummated his marriage when she was 9 years old.
Wait, Sahih
Narrated by
al-Bukhari.
Aisha herself.
You said
And so
51
Aisha,
what? 5134?
Yeah, Sahih al-Bukhari 5134. The Prophet married her when she was 6. You said that marrying 6-year-olds has always been bad. You agreed to what I said. You agreed to my question.
Okay, let me just read, bro.
Okay. Let's see if he comes to the same conclusion.
I see the hadith actually, but as I said, I can't really like explain it. Not saying anything, but I'm not. As I said, I'm not the perfect person to.
Yeah, there's
like,
also a little bit of a
explain.
language barrier, and I want to be gracious because of
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Do you agree that the hadith says that she
Bro,
married
you
the
can- you
Prophet
can-
when she was 6?
You can get it up from Google. Yeah, it says that, but it says this. But as I said, I'm not the perfect person to explain it in a good way.
Okay, sure.
You know
Has
what I mean?
marrying now? My question is, given the fact that you agree that it says that, has marrying 6-year-old girls always been a bad thing? The same way that marrying or rape and incest has always been bad.
Incest was, yeah, of course.
So marrying 6-year-olds has always been a bad thing, right?
Yeah, but marrying without like having sex with her. 6 years old is a bad, like marrying and have sex with 6 years old, bro. Like,
Okay, married when she was 6, had
Yeah.
sex with her when she was 9.
as I said, I actually know the answer. Like, I know something. Like, there is
Wait,
actually
is having sex
something-
with 9-year-olds bad?
Can
Always
can I
bad?
continue saying what I mean?
Just one more thing. Is having sex with
Oh my
9-year-olds
God.
always a bad thing?
Yeah.
Okay, so Muhammad did a bad thing according to you.
Oh my days. As I said, bro, I know something. Like, oh my God, you're sad, bro. I know your live stream. I know this. As I said, for everyone, I'm not a perfect person in Islam, so
Okay.
you can ask actually a sheikh. They are actually better than me. Okay, but I'm just gonna ask you one question, like
Okay.
like real question. Okay, why do you prefer Israel or Palestine? Like,
Yeah, I
I
think
want
it's-
I want like good answer, please. Like,
Sure.
what do you think?
I think Israel is morally superior to Palestine in terms of virtues and morality and things that are more aligned, meaning more with Western civilization and America. I think Israel is closer to America's values than Palestine is, and Palestinians are.
So basically, you're supporting Israel because Israel is more like relative to America.
Yes, and I also think that they hold our values more than the Palestinians.
Okay, so you're saying right now killing babies is good.
No, I'm not saying killing babies is good. I'm against civilians dying in war, but it's also like something that always happens in war. But I want to
Yeah,
clarify
war.
something. Do you have an explanation or a justification for a man that was over 50 years old, like Muhammad, having intercourse with a girl that was only 9 years old, Aisha?
And again, I said not the perfect person in Islam, bro. As I said, I think it's actually like it's easy to remember, bro. I'm not the best person in Islam. You can ask someone is better than me. They
Okay.
actually knows how to like answer these questions. I'm not saying
Sure.
like it's a bad thing or something. No, actually, I actually enjoyed talking with you.
Okay.
Okay, but the point is, I'm not a perfect person. You know.
I agree with you.
Maybe
Listen,
maybe
can I give you some respect here? I can respect someone that admits that they are not fully knowledgeable on something.
yeah. I'm only 18. You know, so
Yeah, that's totally fine. So read up more, and then if you want to debate another time, we'll come across each other. Thank you for the conversation, dude.
of course, yeah, but please.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm gonna move on. Let's go. All right, let's move on to the next person. By the way, guys, if you guys don't know what we're doing live polemical debates, discussions, and so I'm basically finding people on Umingle, and then I'm bringing them on for debates. This person's playing like an Arabic song. What's up, man? What's going on?
Not much, bro.
Do you disagree
Chilling.
with any of the things that on my background?
Palestine is a myth. Islam doesn't work in America.
Let me restart the thing there. Yeah. Yep. Disagree?
Your PSL is way too low.
PSL is way too low. Yeah, I restarted the TikTok live because I don't want to get TikTok taken down. What's up?
It's a myth. There's maps of it. There's
But I'm
geographic
curious.
records of it. Do you just
I'm
think
curious.
that Israel
Wait,
is
hold on. I want to
occupying them?
introduce. I want you to get. I want to know who you are. What's up? First.
Oh,
you know?
hi. I'm an anarchist. I don't like libs or fascists or genocidal maniacs.
Okay, that's great. So yeah, I think Palestine's a myth. When I say Palestine's a myth, I mean the way that people typically conceptualize Palestine as like this long-lasting people with a unique culture, unique language, unique ancestry, multiple different reigning kingdoms and empires is totally false. Palestine is a European invention, and the term was only used to
but
undermine Jewish
literally,
heritage to the
the
land.
trans flag has existed longer than Israel. Would you call that an empire?
Well, no one's claiming that the modern nation state of Israel is like a long-lasting empire. The Kingdom of Israel, for example, was an empire. The Hasmonean dynasty was a
trying to say
dynasty.
Palestine is a myth because he thinks that there's no applicable culture that is of magnitude or like or religions or different.
Yeah,
ethnicities.
I'm saying how Palestine is understood is mythical.
Time out.
I want to hear what you have to say.
Did you know pizza?
Wait, come into the mic. Come into the camera, dude. I want to see you. Who are you?
Jesus is younger than
This
pizza.
is another anarchist who stands in radical solidarity with my beliefs.
Radical.
Jesus
By the way,
is
what
younger
are
than
your pronouns? I don't want to get it wrong. I know there are like neo pronouns, or like would it be
I-
Zer?
There's no
I
neo
don't care.
pronouns. I go by she, her, and he doesn't care.
I go by.
You're she, her. Okay. Yeah, but what I mean by Palestine's a myth is that the way that people typically conceptually understand Palestine is not an accurate representation of history. Palestine is a European term used to undermine Jewish heritage to the land, mostly coming from the Romans, obviously. They renamed it Syria Palestina only to undermine and punish the Jews. It doesn't come from indigenous Palestinian people or anything. And Palestinians are not indigenous, too, so.
You don't
That's
think
what I mean.
but neither are the
Israelites.
Ashkenazi Jews who came here in refuge. What are you talking about?
How is Israel?
Why would the
They are the ones
Jewish...
who are not
Why would do you know what Semite means?
Yeah, absolutely.
What does it mean?
What do you mean? What does it mean? That would mean people who are Semite, like people who
Yeah,
are
but
in
that's
the, in the Middle East.
You're going in circles though. A Semite can't just be a Semite can't just be
Arabs count as Semites.
a
It's
Semite
not
can't just
people
be
who believe in
a Semite can't just be someone that's a Semite. You have to actually explain. Give me a description of a Semite.
Okay, I don't have a description for it.
Right, so Semite is
I do know that Arab people are Semite, and I know that Israelis and Ashkenazi Jews who refugee
Can I
here are
explain?
not.
Let me explain it really quickly. Don't run away. Okay.
Hello.
What's up, guys?
What's
Now you're looking for a debate.
I am in fact looking for a debate. Yeah.
No, we're not.
Oh, okay, that's totally fine. Okay, good to see you guys though. Man, that person was like a that person was like a transgender something, dude. That would have been such a good conversation had it lasted a bit longer. But they had to run away from me because I was gonna school he, him, whatever that was. Because like one, you're not a she, okay? Like as soon as I heard that deep voice, that super deep voice, I'm like, you're not a she. Like you're coming up talking. You sound like Pop Smoke. You know what I mean? Like I don't know if you guys ever heard of Pop Smoke, former rapper. I mean, of course, I'm the black guy that knows about a rapper, right? But it's like Pop Smoke, like really deep voice. You know what I mean? Like even deeper than mine, like to a decent extent. Man, can't believe he had to run away from me. For the people tuning in on YouTube and TikTok, we're doing live polemical discussions. I have a bunch of stuff in the background that you guys can't see that is sort of like politically charged, so that when people see it on Umingle, they debate me on it and we get conversations out of it essentially. So yeah, we're gonna find new people, but I never typically show the person until I know that they're like a normal human being that's like willing to have like a discussion. What's going on, man? Do you speak English? You're in France. Guy definitely almost certainly does not speak English. What's up, guys? Okay, you guys see the middle finger? Malaysia. There's so many people from Malaysia. That's funny. Oh, yeah. Okay. Gotta always make sure I ask people if it looks questionable. Person said free Palestine. You said free Palestine?
Yeah,
Okay. From the river to the sea, right?
of course.
What river and what sea?
They just it's like a a meme.
Oh, it's just like
That
a
was-
phrase, but you don't actually understand like what it means, right?
الرياض تسير لو زهقانة كلميني البسي أي حاجة وانزلي لي ده الفستان ده
Wait, I
وعادي.
thought you said free Palestine though, right?
Yeah, of course.
From the river to the sea.
Palestine
what river and what
is
sea?
what? I couldn't read. Palestine is a what? Islam
Okay,
doesn't.
this person can't read. Yeah, this person just can't read and they're crashing out. From who? Wait, what? Yeah, these people just are crashing out completely. It's funny that when they say like free Palestine, they can't actually explain it. Like they're not known for their intelligence or being able to explain anything. What's going on, man? We agree. I'm looking for people to disagree. Good to see you though. So interesting how that's a thing. Ba, ba, ba. What's going on, man? Lebanon. Are you a Lebanese Christian or Muslim?
Does that matter?
I'm just curious. I know there are Maronite Christians and Muslims there, and kind of divisive
Lebanese
there.
Muslim, brother.
Lebanese Muslim. Okay. What do you think about my props on my screen?
You streaming?
Yeah. It's leaning
Name
close.
of Yeah.
Yeah, it says Palestine's a myth. Islam doesn't belong in America.
You talking about? What the you on about?
Do you support Hezbollah?
Maybe.
I mean, Hezbollah is the reason why your country is getting effed up by Israel right now. You guys are getting your ass
Fucking
kicked.
maybe I do, maybe I don't. What if I'm not from here?
I mean, it literally says you live in Lebanon. Maybe you're not from there. You're right. Maybe you're from a different country. What country are you from then?
Canada.
You're from I can see you, right?
Yeah.
You don't look ethnically Canadian. You look ethnically Middle Eastern.
Yeah, I'm Lebanese, but I'm from Canada.
Okay, you're not Lebanese from Canada. You're from Lebanon.
Born and raised in Canada, but Lebanese.
Yeah, but your
What does that make me?
ancestors are not from Canada. Your ancestors are from Lebanon.
Okay, so what? Okay, like what's your point here?
My point is that you're not
How much
Canadian.
viewers do you have? How much view? Yo. How much viewers do you have?
This guy's like so low IQ. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're so smart, dude. You're a genius. What's up? I think I may be, yeah. I like how you just ran away. Okay. What's up, man? Doing all right? I think I got a decent amount, yeah. I'm looking for people that want to debate me. Yup. What's up? Yeah, I think Palestine's a myth.
What do you mean by that?
Let me ask you before we get into it, have you heard of the chant, like, free Palestine? Like, from the river to the sea?
Well, yeah. Palestine will be
generally-
free.
Yeah, do you generally agree with that?
I don't like that Palestine will be free.
Yeah, like free Palestine from the river to the sea.
I don't know.
Okay.
Listen,
yeah, but what I mean by
at the
that
end of
is
the
that,
day-
like, mhm.
I'm
Go
just saying.
Hey, shalom. What's going on? Okay. What's up? Are you from America?
No.
Okay, what country are you from?
Lebanon.
Lebanon. What do you think about Hezbollah? Are you Christian, by the way?
No, I'm Muslim.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think about Hezbollah? She's Muslim but not wearing the hijab. I get that not all Muslim women wear the hijab, but it's like I'm not really gonna believe that you're like a Muslim if you're not wearing the hijab as a woman. You know what I mean? It's like you're not really there with it. You know. Oh, we gotta have this off. There we go. What's going on, man? Bangladesh? The greatest country on planet Earth is Bangladesh, man.
No, it's probably Africa, I guess.
Africa's not a country, though.
Like a whole subcontinent, something like that?
No, I don't think that even even if you take the entirety of Africa, I don't think Africa is known for being great, with all due respect to Africa.
Yeah.
Like, not even just sub-Saharan Africa. North Africa is not great. Libya is poor. Egypt is poor. Morocco's poor. Yeah, they're not really known for being great. But I haven't really heard anything negative about... Huh?
What about Nigeria?
Yeah, Nigeria is not great either. That's just to be objective and fair.
Ethiopia?
Not great either, although I like their cuisine.
Yeah.
Like, there's no great African country. I'm sorry. What's up? Oh, let's make sure that we have this on. Perfect. What's up, dude? Why are you talking like that? No, okay. Do you disagree with any of the things in the background? Want to talk about it?
Really, like yeah, I don't know what your point is, because you're kind of like they're very general statements. So I don't know if necessarily you just believe Palestine is a myth, but you're saying it in more of the sense that Palestine is not a recognized state because they didn't do the proper work to like become a state, or if you're saying that Palestine is just a myth that is spread by like our grandmas to like keep us all
kind of
eating
saying
vegetables.
Kind of two of the same thing, right? Like, meaning that Palestine, as we understand it, historically speaking, is not an accurate representation of what it always has been. There was never a Palestinian kingdom, never a Palestinian empire, dynasty. Palestine or Palestinians have not been like a people that have existed for thousands of years with a unique culture or language or religion. That's not true. People think that Palestine predates Israel in terms of modern nation states because they say that Israel came about in 1948. Palestine declared independence in Algeria in 1988, 40 years after Israel. So that's what I mean by Palestine's a myth. The way that people typically conceptually understand the term and how they refer to it in history is inaccurate.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a way you could rework that still fit your 4-word limit. Well, no, Islam doesn't work in America. That's 5 words. Yeah. So like all Islam would work in America, like no one could be Muslim.
I think there can be micro Islam can work in the sense that I think Muslims can be contributing taxpayers. I think they can be law-abiding people to an extent, right? But I don't think that macro Islam on a large level, can work in America.
What do you mean? What's the difference between a micro Islam and macro Islam?
Micro Islam would be like you having a small Muslim population in America that lives here, but doesn't have the political force or the population percentage to effectuate Sharia law or any Islamic principles to like a higher degree. Macro Islam would be them being like the majority or pretty close to it and having significant political power and starting to effectuate Islamic policy in the country.
Well, how likely is like Sharia law to be put into America? How likely is that to happen?
On the local levels, I think it's pretty likely that they can effectuate, like, for example, Texas had a ban Sharia law, right? I think on the more local level, it's quite possible. On, like, a federal level, I don't think anytime soon that's happening.
Isn't that, like, similar to, like, how there's, like, Ashkenazi, like, villages in New York where they just operate in, like, just following, like, a Shabbat and all, like, the fun, dandy things in, like, Judaism? Like,
yeah, but Judaism has been a part of Western civilization for thousands of years and has yet to destroy it or conquer it. And Jewish people are like only 16 million people. So they can't really conquer anything or any of that sort of stuff. Muslims are over 2 billion people, and they fundamentally hate the West, which Jews really don't. And we don't ever have to really deal with like Jewish terrorist attacks in America. That's more of like a Muslim thing we mostly have to deal with. So I wouldn't say it's the same thing.
So because there's not like Jewish like terrorism,
not like Jewish
in
terrorism,
America.
and Jewish people have been part of the. Jewish people are the kind of the reason why this country exists. And I say that only because, like, Haim Solomon was a Polish-born Jewish man who was the main benefactor of the American Revolution, meaning that he gave the most funds to the American Revolution. And the Battle of Yorktown, by the way, which is like the most decisive war in the American Revolution, was only won because of his funding. And he died penniless funding the American Revolution, and he was a Jewish man. So, like, we never really had a problem with Jews in Western civilization. They're like 22% of Nobel Prize winners, only being 0.2% of the population. They're a disproportionate contributors to society, innovators and stuff like that. We don't have an issue with them, and they don't hate America and start talking about how they want to annihilate it, right? But with Islam and a lot of Muslims, we sort of have that anti-American, anti-Western perspective and the calls for conquest. We don't see the same thing with Jews, so I don't think it's the same, you know? But not to say there are religious Jews, right, that have sort of their own enclaves in different places in America, right? I'm not denying that, but I just don't think it's anywhere near equivalent to the Muslims. So that's my position. Yep.
I don't know. I think that like because Jews have been part of our history, like our founding of our history, they are like given a little what is it? They don't have to follow. They don't have to follow like the extra precautions that are going to be towards Muslims.
I mean,
because the precautions that you have is that you don't want them to practice Sharia law on the local level.
Of course, yeah.
But Jews can operate like under their types of laws on a local level because they have been associated with our foundation of our country.
Yeah, so I'm saying that Jews have been a part of the foundation of the country in terms of like its founding, and Judaism sort of precedes Christianity. Like the first Christians were essentially Jewish people that obviously believed in Jesus Christ. And so I think that there's a way stronger connection between Judaism and Christianity than there is with Islam, for example, in Christianity, and Islam and the West. Jews have always been really a part of the West, Islam not so much. So that's more of what I'm getting at, yes.
Gotcha. How many people watching the stream?
I just restarted over on TikTok, so there's like 67 and like 58 over on YouTube.
You kind of have a certain cadence. You kind of remind me of like you watched a lot of Ben Shapiro or like
I have watched a lot of Ben Shapiro. I'm a big fan of Ben Shapiro, man.
I don't know. I don't like the guy. Not for any like. I just find him annoying. I find his just. I think originally he was kind of cool.
People with facts and logic.
No, it's not really because of that. It's actually because a couple other things. Mostly because
no, I think a lot of his like stuff was clickbait. But he was actually cool in the beginning. I actually did enjoy him like when he was a lot skinnier. When he was like a little skinny kid that like had a much more nasally voice. He was actually kind of cool.
Okay.
But then he started like then as he like went on, he kind of like started getting too big in his head and couldn't accept when he was wrong. Such as like he wanted to double down on like a very stupid Twitter debate. And like even brought it up.
Well, I mean, you're talking to me, not Ben Shapiro, so we're not the same people. So
I never said you guys were. I'm just talking about. Fine. We just were on the subject of Ben Shapiro, so I just started talking about Ben Shapiro.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna move on with something else, dude. Find other people to debate. All right. See ya. Oh, make sure this is off and this is also off. There we go. Perfect.
She's so.
What's up?
Wait, what? Wait, let me read this. Palestine is. I can't read that. Islam doesn't work in America. What do you want to debate? Debate me, bro.
Wait, what do you mean you can't read that?
Because my screen is blocking the word.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, Palestine's a myth. Like, which one do you want to talk about? Palestine being a myth or Islam not working in America?
Wait, what's your ethnicity, bro?
What do you think?
Black?
Yeah. I mean, it's more of a racial classification, but yeah, I'm black.
Wait, so if you're black, what business do you have in the Middle East, bro?
If what business do white liberals have in the Middle East? White leftists.
They don't. That's why they don't have a say either. You know.
Wait. So you agree with me that white overweight leftists with blue hair that advocate for Palestine should stop, right?
Yes.
So they should stop doing the Free Palestine marches and rallies. They should end the Career for Palestine.
Bro, no, they could. Anyone is free to advocate about any person's freedom. It could be Palestine or Israel.
Okay, so and free to talk about it too, right?
Yeah, they're free, but
great. So same thing with me.
But in the end of the day, that their problem is their problem, and they know it better than anyone. And we're just far away spectators, you know.
I actually don't think that. I don't think the Palestinians know how to solve their problem better than I do, because I know
you know how to solve a Palestinian problem better than a Palestinian.
Yeah, because when I talk to them, I typically have more historical knowledge than they do about their own history.
But that doesn't mean solving a problem. You could be the historian, but how do you solve a problem? That's all. You can just be. You're just very
educated. You have to be more knowledgeable on the actual subject, right? But so I'm curious. You're saying that people that are not ethnically Arab or Middle Eastern don't have any business in the Middle Eastern affairs, correct?
Yeah, sort of, yeah.
Okay, what business do Muslims have in America then?
America is a country not built by immigrants, no, but everyone's an immigrant here. Even the white people here came from Europe. Anyone here came from somewhere. So,
but I didn't say white people. I said Islam. I said Muslims. Islam comes from Saudi
That's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm saying Muslims, just like everyone else in America, have a right here.
So if you can come from a different country that's not American, talk about America, and be an American, be a Muslim, then why can't I talk about the Middle East as an American? Because like we actually dictate Middle Eastern politics. Like that's the reason why it's important what America thinks about the Middle East, because we actually change its policies, and we actually are the number one factor there. Like we're a big component of what happens, right?
Yeah. Wait.
Okay.
So what do you want to talk about?
Well, I mean, one of my prompts is Palestine's a myth. Do you disagree with that?
Palestine is a myth? No.
Name a single Palestinian kingdom or empire or dynasty that predates the modern nation state of Israel and the Palestinian Declaration of Independence in 1988.
A Palestinian empire?
Name a single president of Palestine.
I'm not Palestinian.
I like how he has to say.
I'm not Palestinian, but listen. Did you know Palestine had a passport?
What year?
Look it up.
Okay, so Palestine under the British Mandate for Palestine did issue passports, but the passports also had Eretz Israel on them, which means land of Israel.
No, they had Palestine on it.
Yeah, British Mandate for Palestine, and then at the bottom,
it said Palestine. It also
said Eretz Israel, which means land of Israel. I don't get your point.
So wait, why do you think Palestine is a myth?
Because how people conceptually understand it is historically false.
So how do you understand Palestine?
To be a European invention used to undermine Jewish heritage of the land, and more specifically what the Romans did.
Are you Jewish?
No.
So you're looking. Are you looking at this topic in a biased standpoint, or are you just looking at it as like non-biased?
Well, I came into the topic looking at it from a non-biased perspective. I just heard people talking about Israel and Palestine and wanted to figure out what was going on.
So did you know that the Palestinian people have a right to that land not more, but equally to the Jewish people too?
What right do they have?
Muslim people have been in Palestine, in Jerusalem, more than any other people.
By the way, give me a second. Jasmine, thank you for the $2.99 super chat. WMAT Class Act. I appreciate that.
Are you live?
Yeah, I am live. So what right do Palestinians have to their land? Where does that right come from?
So when you talk to a Jewish person, they don't say. First of all, Palestinians. They say Palestinians are just Arabs that come from Saudi Arabia or some peninsula.
Well, they are Arabs. Are they Arabs?
Palestinians? They are Arab. Yeah, they speak Arabic. Yes.
Okay, where do Arab people come from?
Right, from the Middle East, Arabian Peninsula.
The Arabian Peninsula. And does the Arabian Peninsula incorporate modern-day Israel or Palestine or the Levant at all? No.
You say Jordan.
Yeah, but no, it doesn't. The answer is it doesn't. The Arabian
Peninsula. All right, but you're not getting what I'm saying. I'm saying this.
Sure.
Muslim people have been in Palestine, Israel, whatever, more than any other people on earth, more than Jewish people and Christian people. They have been in that land.
What do you mean more?
Years. They've been in it.
Okay,
they've controlled that land. They've controlled that land more than Jewish people have controlled that land.
So you're saying that they have more of a right to it because they've controlled it for longer?
Yes.
Okay, so if
that's
white
how
people,
human. That's how land works.
Perfect. So why shouldn't Israel just expel all of the Arabs and then maintain the land for 2,000 years? Because after they maintain it for another 2,000 years and hold it for longer than you guys ever held it, then you would say that they deserve to have the land, correct?
If they do that, then so be it. But they don't. They
okay,
haven't.
So they should do it then. Well, they're holding on to the land. This argument's dumb because this argument basically says that you can take anyone's land and hold it for long enough and it's yours. Okay, great. So the Jews should just continue to have the land that they have right now and control it. And
Israel doesn't have 100% of the land right now.
You don't have to have 100%.
You need it, bro. I'm talking about Jerusalem. Jerusalem.
Yeah, Jerusalem is Israel. It's the capital of Israel.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Muslim people have had that more than any other people. So you know how those Jewish people say, "Oh, we have a religious."
How'd they get there? How'd they get there?
You don't even let people finish. This guy doesn't let people finish. Stop cutting people off. Anyway, you know how the Jewish people say, we have a religious tie to this land that has been going on for thousands of years. Okay, they have that, right? Maybe they do. Maybe I don't know. I'm not a historian, but Muslim people also have a right to that land because they have been in that land more than any other people too. So if a Jewish person says, "Oh, we have religious ties to that land," so do Muslims, so do Arabs. I mean, when I say Muslims, I mean Arabs.
Okay, let me just mostly Arabs. Let me make sure I understand this. You're saying that if a person, right, lives in a set territory, a set place for long enough, he gets to claim ownership or like a decent ownership stake of that place, correct?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying this. I'm talking about the Jewish perspective. You know how the Jewish people say this? They say that we have a religious...
For a second for the Jewish perspective. Most Jews are just secular. They don't say that we deserve to have the land because of God. They just believe in the more political arguments for it. But nevertheless,
no, you haven't talked to Israelis then. Go to Israel.
Trust me, I have talked to plenty of Israelis. Okay. I can guarantee you of that, okay? I know plenty of Israelis.
What's the political view of Israeli why they deserve that land? Why?
Yeah, so they make the argument out of Herzl Zionism, which comes out of the political argument that Jewish people have been displaced and expelled throughout history, and that having a nation for themselves would establish self-determination, right, and actually independence. So they don't have to live under Muslims or the Nazis or any other group of people. They can have 8,500 square miles worth of land to self-determine and build their own nation from. That's mainly their argument they give. They don't say, we deserve it because of God.
Wait, but why do they choose the Middle East?
Well, they chose the because they're Middle Eastern. They're from the Middle East. Jews are from Judea the same way. Hold on. Jews are from Judea the same way that Arabs are from Arabia, and the Chinese are from China, and the Japanese are from Japan, and Koreans are from Korea.
It all goes back to a religious cause.
No, actually, it comes more from a geographical cause, right? So people are typically named after the place in which they're from. Jewish people are Judeans. They come from Judea. They are Jewish. The same way that Jesus was a Jew, right? Hence, he was the king of the Jews, right? And he was born in Judea, in Bethlehem, right? And it's not a complex thing to grasp.
No, I'm trying to tell you this. Like, everything goes back to religion in their view. They say we need to be in the Middle East because we have religious ties there.
Ethnic ties there, historical ties there, coinage
religious
ties there, archaeological ties there. If you do excavation of Israel, you're not going to find Arab inscriptions really all that much. If you go like 3,000 years ago, right?
Most Israelis right now in Israel have Arab ties to them. There's no such thing as an ethno-Jewish person is literally the same.
Do you want to know why?
Ethno-Jew. Yeah. Can I finish? An ethno-Jew, DNA-wise, is the exact same as a Palestinian.
Okay.
A Palestinian right now. Wait, finish. Let me finish. A Palestinian. They speak Arabic, but if you took a DNA of a Palestinian, you compared it to a Saudi Arabian or a Yemeni, they're not genetically the same. You know what I mean?
Great. Let me just read the super chat.
Wait, can I finish? They're living team.
Let me read the super chat.
Okay.
Matt, ask if Jews from the U.S. all converted to Islam and moved to Tel Aviv, if they would control the land because what gives Muslims a right. Okay, perfect. So really quickly, if ethnic Jews converted to Islam, right? Yeah. If ethnic Ashkenazi Jews converted to Islam, should they be able to go to Israel and claim that land?
Wait, can you repeat that?
Okay, let me phrase it in a better way. If ethnic, let's say more specifically, the Ashkenazi Jewish subgroup, okay, all converted to Islam.
Those are not ethnic Jews.
Okay, you can say they objectively are, but let's get right back to the point. If ethnic Jews, let's say the Ashkenazi, Sephardi, Mizrahi, all of them, okay, they were not living in Israel, decided to convert to Islam because Muslims have a claim to it, and they became Muslim, would they have more of a claim than the Palestinian Christians?
I'm pretty sure in history.
No, answer. Would they have more? Would they have a claim because they converted to Islam? Would they have a claim?
What? I don't understand. Like, if an ethnic Jew converted to Islam, he would have every right to that land.
Oh, really? So if Netanyahu wait, hold on. If Netanyahu tomorrow converted to Islam, you would say he has every right to the land of Palestine?
That's a tricky question, you know. First of all, if Netanyahu converted to Islam, first of all, he will be no longer Jewish.
He would no longer be religiously Jewish, but Judaism is an ethnic religion. He would still be ethnically a Jew. So I'm asking you, if right, so he'll be like, ethnically Jewish. No matter what he does,
he would have a right. Jew. He would have a right to Palestine. Yes.
So you're saying if Netanyahu converted to Islam tomorrow, you would give him a right to Palestine?
Yes, I'm saying Israelis to this day. I'm saying Jewish people in Israel right now have a right to that land. You not understand? They have a right to the land. Palestinian people do too, though. They both have a right to that land. They both do. Palestinians and Jewish people.
At least you're being consistent. I'm going to give you good credit for being.
I've never said that Jewish people don't have the right to the Middle East. I've never said that. No.
Okay. Do they have a right? Do they have a claim to Judea more specifically?
Judea.
Right.
No one calls it Judea nowhere. What is that? What is Judea? Just Israel?
Okay, you don't know what Judea is, dude?
Is it the Levant? They have a right to the Levant. They're ethnically Jewish people are ethnically from the
but
Middle
more
East.
Specifically Judea and Samaria, obviously. But it's totally fine. Anyway, I'm glad that you basically have admitted that Netanyahu tomorrow could have a claim to Palestine. I don't think the majority of people that are part of your movement would agree with you, but I'm glad
he can be a Palestinian. Netanyahu could be a Palestinian.
Wait.
If he wanted to be.
What would make Netanyahu a Palestinian?
I mean, he's ethnically. Jewish people are ethnically from Palestine.
From Judea. They're not from Palestine. Palestine's a European term.
Palestinian people?
Yeah.
The Palestinian people, the people in Palestine that are getting bombed right now by Israelis.
Okay, yeah.
By Israelis. The Israelis right now, the number one demographic in Israel is Ashkenazi Jews.
That's actually not true. The Mizrahim are actually a larger share of.
They're a bigger share.
The Ashkenazi is.
You're right.
You're right. I know you guys. By the way, let me address this really quickly.
No, you're right. There's
a hyper. No, I want to just talk about this for a second. There's a hyper fixation on like Ashkenazi Jews because you guys like really like think they're all powerful and omnipotent or whatever. I know that.
No, but they have all the
the majority of Israel is just brown. The majority of Israel is like Mizrahi Jews, Sephardi, and Arab. Like they're not.
Yeah, you're right.
Ashkenazi. So it's
you are right.
But people love to obsess over the Ashkenazis, of course, because.
But the Ashkenazis are the ones that are in power. They have most of the parliament. Most of everyone that's working there is mostly Ashkenazi.
So
I'm just telling you, and Ashkenazi Jews are basically Jews that got expelled from Israel, quote unquote, and went to Europe, right?
Okay.
Eastern Europe, and they mixed over time, they mixed with the inhabitants of Eastern Europe, and they became Ashkenazi Jews. Those Jews are less and like closely related to people from the Levant than Palestinians. Palestinians have a better.
That's actually not true. There's no evidence to suggest that.
All right, bro. You gotta look. You could just look at them, bro. I don't need to do it.
It's not even about looking at them. I don't even think it really matters because again, Levantine Arabs are already pretty light. Like you guys are like. I don't know if are you Levantine?
No.
Of course, because I feel like most Levantine Arabs are more like lighter than, for example, like Gulf Arabs and stuff.
You're right. Yeah.
So like, there's a bunch of like very light-looking people, but nevertheless, they're Jews and they have a claim to that land. You guys can fight them over it. And fighting them over it obviously hasn't worked out for you guys, but
But look, this is why I'm not Palestinian, but this is the whole frustration between Palestinians and Israelis. Basically, in the Palestinian mind, at one point in time, if you ask any Palestinian person, their great parents or whatever parents, ancestors they had were in Palestine. They couldn't.
They can't.
Maybe they were farmed.
Some of them were in Syria.
What?
Some of them were in Lebanon. Some of them were in Jordan.
I could bring you. Let
me bring something up.
Can I finish?
Let me bring something up. I think it's actually
I
interesting.
could call my Palestinian friend right now, and he could tell him. He could tell me. He could tell you 4 generations above him, name by name.
Okay, perfect. Let me give you something.
That lived in Bethlehem or
Palestinians
Hebron,
in Gaza. Palestinians in Gaza are indigenous Palestinians, right? You agree?
I don't know this.
Okay, Palestinians in Gaza. Let's use them as an example. Okay.
Okay.
What is the most popular surname in Gaza?
Oh, you're gonna say they're Egyptian, Masri?
Al-Masri. Al-Masri is a denotion of Egyptian ancestry.
I mean, there's a lot of last names in Palestine. There's people that are called El-Turki, Turkish. They have someone called El-Rom, Roman. There's people have last names called El-Saudi or something like this.
Yeah, but again, that's a very sure, but that's the most popular surname there. I think that tells us something.
Listen, the last name.
Another thing. Let me ask you this: is Gaza that word? Does that come from Arabic?
Yeah. Gaza.
Mm-hmm. Because you guys like to say it in that way, like Gaza or whatever.
Gaza, I think it does. Where does it come from? I don't know. You probably have more research.
Gaza is Azza. It's a Hebrew word. It's interesting how so many things are actually not like Gaza has historically been like a Jewish enclave, not a Palestinian or Arab one. It only became that obviously after you guys conquered the area, but it's literally a Hebrew word. It's literally a Hebrew word. Yeah, you guys conquered the area. You guys, what about Bethlehem? What about Bethlehem?
By the way,
it's even worse.
What
You
about
guys were
Bethlehem?
conquering. Hold on for a second. You guys were conquering even prior to Islam. I know people like to mention the Islamic conquest, but let's not even skip past the Nabateans, for example, that literally helped the Romans with their siege of Jerusalem. You guys were like the Arabs were there even prior to Islam. Yes, Nabateans.
The ones that built Petra?
Yes, Petra and Jordan. Yes, you guys were there even prior to Islam.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. I'm telling you that Palestinian people have a right to that land too.
No, Nabateans were Arabs. Nabateans were Arabs that
yeah, but what are Palestinians? Did I not say Palestinians are Arabs too?
Yeah, they come from Arabia though. They're not indigenous to Levant. The Nabateans were conquerors that came from Arabia as well.
Wait, who told you? You know, there's a lot of misconceptions about where Arabs actually come from.
They come from Arabia mostly.
No, some people say, most of the people say that Arabs come from modern day Saudi Arabia, the Gulf. Some people say that Arabs actually come from Syria, Levant.
They don't come from Syria.
Some people say that Arabs actually come from the southern part of Jordan.
Okay.
So I don't know.
The inscriptions.
Some people say
the oldest inscriptions of Arabic are in Saudi Arabia.
No, I think they're in Jordan.
No, I think they're in Saudi Arabia. From the research.
Look it up. Wait, look it up. I don't have a PC on me, but look it up.
I think they're in Saudi Arabia, oldest inscription. But if they are in Jordan, it still wouldn't necessarily mean that they're from Jordan, because just because you found something in a set place does not mean it was.
Then why would you say about Saudi Arabia?
Inscription of Arabic. Hold on, let me make sure I'm getting this on point. Oldest inscription of Arabic. Yeah, South Arabia. Oldest rock inscription in Arabic script, South Arabia.
Oh, that's Yemen.
Nadran. So South Arabia, not. Yeah, so yeah, that's still Yemen is part of the Arabian Peninsula. The Arabian Peninsula would include Saudi Arabia, Yemen, Oman.
Okay, wait, I got a question.
Qatar, UAE. Yeah.
Wait, I got a question though. I have a question.
Yep.
Do you think that Palestinian people have a right to that area? Yes or no?
They don't have a right. I don't think they should not get to live there. I don't have an issue with them living there.
No. Do you think they're indigenous to that land?
Definitely, certainly not. They're not indigenous to that land. No. Their religion. Most Palestinians are Muslim. That religion, Islam, for example, comes from Mecca. Their language is Arabic, which comes from Northwest Arabia. Their culture and traditions are also just foreign to that land. They don't have an indigenous Levantine practice really there at all.
They do.
Okay.
They really do.
Name an aspect of Palestinian culture that is unique to the Levant. Very much unique. Huh?
Debka.
Oh, Debka. Oh, the dance.
Yeah, you don't see fucking Saudi Arabians do that dance. Another thing, the diet. They eat a lot of more vegetables than the people from the Gulf.
Okay, let me see where the origins of Debka really is. Okay,
it's the Levantine, bro. It's Levantine. But what I'm trying to tell you
Yeah, but
is
you can pick things up like that. So, I mean, I'll give you that.
Palestinian
Depka,
people-
maybe. Okay.
I'm trying to tell you this. Palestinian people are different genetically from people from the Gulf. Even though, and you got to understand, people that speak Arabic is like, there's like 23 Arabic countries. Not every Arabic country is similar in
there
genetics.
are 22 that are part of the Arab League.
Okay, but I'm trying
Which,
to tell you.
by the way, but hold on, by the way, to get to this point really quickly, I think it's also important.
All right.
There are 22 Arab states, and there's also the convening convention of the Arab League, where all of the Arab states come together, they convene, they talk about economic trade, they work in cooperation, they sanction together, all of that sort of stuff. So if there are 22 Arab states, should we have an issue with one Jewish one that is about 8,500 square miles worth of land?
The problem is this.
No, should we have an issue with one Jewish state when there are 22 Arab states with the entire league?
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
Yes. It's like this. You have it doesn't matter how much acres of land a person has, right? If someone comes to your land
but it's not yours. You
unannounced,
guys come from Arabia.
but Arabs have been in there. Arabs were there. Arabs were in Palestine. Even if there were farmers or whatever merchants, they were there in fucking Israel, Judea, wherever you call it. They were there.
Okay, so
what I'm trying to tell you, there's Arabs there.
Yeah, I don't deny that. They got there because of conquest, but that's totally fine. I would just rather them accept it. Listen, I don't have an issue with imperialism or colonialism. Just embrace it.
Can I finish? Can I finish?
Yeah.
This is what happened. Basically, when the Arabs were promised a land by the British, after the Ottomans were in the Middle East for years, the Ottomans were there for years.
Sure.
So the British would say, you help us fight the Ottomans, we'll give you a land. They promised that to the Arabs.
And that was actually given to them. That was given to them. Do you want to know why? Okay, so I'm gonna wrap up here in just a second.
Wait, can I just finish one more thing?
Okay, go ahead.
I'm not even gonna talk about that. I just want to tell you this. I'm gonna tell you why having 22 Arab countries and then one Jewish state, why it bothers Arab people. Because it was kind of like out of nowhere to Arab people. All this happened out of nowhere in my backyard. They started getting mad. I'm personally Moroccan. Moroccans have no problem with Jewish. Moroccans are probably the second biggest demographic in Israel, Moroccan Jews. So, honestly, Palestinians do have, this is my take, Palestinians are indigenous to the Levant. They're indigenous to the Levant. Just as how ethnic Jews are ethnically indigenous to the Levant too, they both deserve a right. Me personally, I'm not Palestinian. I can't tell you, they deserve a one state. Palestine deserves a one state. Me personally, I think a two-state solution is the best thing.
Okay, let me just respond to this. Let me just respond to a few things that you were saying earlier. I'm already starting to forget kind of what my response was going to be. But yeah, obviously I think it's hypocritical to have an issue with one Jewish state when there are 22 Arab states, an entire league, the Arab League, set up to benefit Arab peoples from 22 separate countries that they can select from. I think that is a sort of a silly concept that people have to deal and grapple with. Another thing that I wanted to sort of mention, which I'm kind of sort of forgetting now, and it sucks that I'm sort of forgetting this. What was I trying to ask you?
You were talking about the Ottomans.
Oh yeah. So there was the Kingdom of Hijaz, which we're getting super nerdy now because I've done autistic research on this. Basically, yes, western part of Saudi Arabia, and there was a Hussein bin Ali. Well, no, western part. It's western. Trust me, I know the geography.
Oh yeah, you're right. Western part, by the Red Sea.
King of Hijaz. So Hussein bin Ali was the monarch there, and you're right. The British did promise him and his descendants a state if he fought against the Ottoman Empire. They fought. Yeah. There was a revolution in 1917, not the Arab Revolt of 1936 to 1939, which people think about when they're talking about Israel and Palestine. No, the revolution that happened, for example, in the Arabian Peninsula. Now, do you know that King Abdul I was his son? He inherited the Hashemite kingdom of Jordan, so he received a state there. Okay, and furthermore, I forget this Syrian king's name, but he also became a king of Syria. He was one of the first. I think Faisal or something. Yeah, king Faisal or something. So his descendants literally.
Maybe that's Iraq. I think you're thinking of Iraq.
Well, yeah, maybe it's Iraq. Sorry. So his descendants actually did receive kingdoms, they did receive land. So the British kind of met their promise, but they didn't give them literally everything. But yeah, I mean, it sucks that King Abdul was assassinated in Jerusalem by a Palestinian, but that was a descendant of Hussein bin Ali.
A Palestinian?
Yeah,
maybe he could have been a Palestinian Jew, a Palestinian Christian.
No, bro. He was a Palestinian Muslim who assassinated King Abdul the First.
I don't know.
In Jerusalem, right outside of the Al-Aqsa compound, bro. Like he did it at the Al-Aqsa compound. He literally shot King Abdul the First.
You think that is like something that you say that as if Muslim people should have this like negative response to this? Like, I don't get it.
I'm
like
saying he did it. I'm saying he did it. And I mean, and that's not the first time a Palestinian did like an infamous assassination. I mean, that's not.
Well, that's not the first time a Muslim has killed another Muslim, bro.
Well, I mean, there was also the assassination of Robert F. Kennedy, which was also done by a Palestinian, but that's a different conversation. Anyway, dude, thank you for the conversation. Thank you for being respectful and normal. The majority of people that I speak to that are from the Middle East here kind of always crash out and freak out and don't actually.
I'm not from the Middle East. That's why.
Where are you from?
Morocco.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
All the Israelis in your chat probably love Morocco, and if you guys love Morocco, then you should come to Morocco.
All right, man. Appreciate you, dude.
All right, bro.
Alrighty. Hold on. Make sure both of these are off. Are they off? This guy's saying Free Palestine. Nope. No Free Palestine. Anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in to episode 28, I believe, of the Nuclear Reaction. I won't see you guys tomorrow because I'm going to be traveling, but I'll be back on Thursday for episode 29 of the Nuclear Reaction. Peace out, guys.
Wander, the wasteland's digital, the network's growing every time we send the signal. The frequency is nightly, the waiting room is feisty, the trolls are at the gates, the debate is getting spicy. You're on the clock, what you got? Fact check, got caught, time's up, crashed out, found out. Rock leak, sneak peek, nukes coming off the streets, white flash, total heat. Say your prayers, amen. See you all tomorrow and we'll do it all again.